Hi. Oh, they're all muted.
Not actually unmuted.
Hi.
Yeah.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, it's me.
What's up? Oh,
Say hi, Sarah.
hi,
Hi,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. I like your
Um,
fanny pack.
They all
I
say
was
hi
just
and they
talking
like
to-
your fanny pack.
I was just talking earlier about how fanny packs are like probably one of the most useful things in the world, and yet we all give people shit for using them.
You
I
know what my
wear them
sister got
whenever I'm
for
on a trip.
Yeah,
Disney?
you should.
my sister got a fanny clutch for Disney.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
it's
but
got
now,
Mickey
but
on
they
it and
become
everything.
they've become part of the streetwear now because they're now cross body bags instead. You just wear them around your chest instead of around your waist.
Really?
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
not allowed to have a backpack at Disney, but you can have a fanny pack. So she got
Mhm.
us all one. So
Balls.
I'll be
Nope.
rocking it. I wanted to say, Nick, I ended up getting Moderna, and other than sleeping for like 12 hours, like I was surprised.
Oh,
I was really worried.
Fortunate.
I had
Yeah.
body pains, joint pains, fatigue, hot flashes.
My whole body was
shortness of
covered
breath.
in hives.
Like I was
And I had a
just-
103 degree fever.
Mine was super early. It was at like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I stayed up till like 10 o'clock that night, and like I couldn't raise my arm, but I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed. Went to bed, woke up the next morning. It's like, fuck, did I even like
resting heart rate of
anything?
120 the whole day.
Yeah,
It was
nope.
great.
I was lucky.
That's
I'm gonna
fucking
brag about it.
not
Fuck you
good at
guys.
all.
I
I'm
think we
safe
took your
and
heat
healthy.
too, LR. I think we took your heat.
No,
hot
it's
in
coming
LA
back
now.
to us this weekend.
Is it really? What is
Yeah.
it?
We've just
in
had
Fahrenheit?
torrential downpours.
We've had a constant now, which is like normal summer for us. Let's see.
I need to learn that
no,
conversion.
I don't care about the conversion.
5/7.
You're wrong.
Five
It's been a
sevenths.
constant of like
Something like
It's-
that. Plus 12.
it's been a constant of like 80-ish for like
Okay.
the last couple of weeks, which is normal summer for us.
Mhm.
But this weekend it is going up to 90 plus, which is
Okay.
not normal.
Yeah, it hit 100
so-
today, and I was just like,
Like
9/5 is what it is.
Oh,
plus
9/5.
20
Yeah, there were a
plus
few days where
32.
my apartment
Oh yeah,
the,
you was like your AC
cooling
conked out.
didn't work. Yeah. They
Yeah.
sent us a text, and they were like, "We'll get it fixed as soon as we can." Yeah.
in,
okay.
in the desert?
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
It's,
it was the
um,
opposite of cool.
It does
was
work
probably
now
right.
though, so I can't
Yeah.
complain that much.
Well,
but
last
I fucking hate
summer,
my apartment complex.
They
so I'll
set
complain
records in the
constantly.
valley. It was over 120 degrees, and it was so hot. The heat from creating electricity was blowing out the transformers.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
we were left
totally.
without power for like 4 days at one point. No power.
No weed.
No
Wait,
we.
Smelled my
Can-
Why weed?
Uh,
We also have forest fires, so that's going to make things worse
Mhm.
soon. And we're still recovering from the last heat wave, which left us with 750 plus deaths.
Yeah.
as my grandpa would say in the wintertime, so much for global warming, huh? Yeah. We've had
Anyways,
flooding,
technically,
a bunch
that
of
is a
flooding.
nickname for something also known in
I
the scientific
know,
community
Glenn.
called climate change.
It shouldn't even. Did you see the thing where a bunch of scientists were saying that it shouldn't even be called climate change anymore?
Oh yeah.
It should be called climate crisis.
Oh yeah,
It's been
100%.
like that for a long time.
Yeah. You know,
Because
there's
the
a lot
change
we
is
could
done. There's,
Yeah.
it's crisis now.
But guys, Jeff Bezos needs to shoot his penis-shaped rocket into the sky and go
Did you
into
guys
space.
see the guy who canceled?
Oh
on that
hey,
trip?
don't trash talk Daddy Bezos on his platform. You know.
Ah, it's okay. He'll be fine with it.
Fuck
He
him.
understands the
Smite me, Daddy Bezos. Smite
He's not
me
even
down.
the he's
where
not
I
even the
stand.
CEO anymore. Fuck him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
he's
yeah.
not.
No, he stepped
Yeah.
down.
His
say, he still pays
company
me,
made
but-
him step down before he took the trip, because if he died
If he
while
died?
being CEO, their stock would tank. I saw a bunch of
Yeah.
people on Wall Street bets who were buying puts just in case.
just in case
I
he
wish he
died.
did. I wish he did.
Ooh. Saucy. Let's
There's
play
a hot
Dungeons and
take.
Dragons. We weren't here last week because
it
I was
would have been
having
a
a
hot
bit.
take.
I was having a bit of a.
Get it?
Oh, shut up. You're such a goofball. I was having a bit of a week where I needed some time off, so everyone was kind enough to acquiesce to that. But we're back, and
I
we
rolled
need to
an
figure
18.
out. Okay, there we go. I was like, we need to
Ooh.
roll that. We need to roll them d20s and find out.
I really
Roll a
hope you like
5.
my meme Mystic. I read the first few lines of your recap, and that's all I could think of.
That's
First,
not.
I'm not.
That's the
I'm
complete
not
opposite.
sponsored. I'm also not sponsored, but I am compelled. If you're watching this and you like Dungeons and Dragons and you have yet to pick up Magic: The Gathering, Adventures in the Forgotten
I want
Realms,
that box so fucking bad.
it's a fantastic set. It's loads of fun, lots of nostalgia.
It's so expensive.
When
but
you
it's
pull
so
like
good.
a
It's like
Minsk,
crack.
Minsk the Beloved Ranger and like cool alt art, they have module cards. Anyway, check it out. Super fun. We're not sponsored. This is not a promotion. I
You're
just love
not.
it. Are you sponsored by Wizards of the Coast?
Yes.
He said like a liar.
Hold on,
I rolled
guys,
an
hold
8,
on.
by the way.
I rolled a
Oh,
6,
so it is me.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
rolled a
And then
0
missed
for
it, so I was
deception. Legitimately. I rolled a 2 with a -2.
Okay, let me get you some epic stuff to be in the background. I don't even know what this
Oh,
is.
dude,
We gotta give you.
This is not
No.
going to be epic at all.
No, it's not gonna be. It's not going to be. But
Oh
it's...
no, I mean like what I wrote about
Oh,
the battle. Is
I was
not
like, the
gonna be
music
epic
is
at
not
all.
going to be epic either.
Good. It'll be perfect. I didn't give myself a pat on the back in that. In fact, I called
Started
myself
off with 3 charming and somewhat powerful adventurers.
fair.
That's all I could think of.
Okay, we
Oh,
ready?
that's fun sounds. Yes, I'm changing it, but yes.
Are we telling this story in a bar?
Previously on another one. 15th Elaine, 1492 DR from the Diary of Findelia. First of her name, mother of fabrication, collector and consumer of magics. I had a spot of fun today. 3 charming and somewhat powerful adventurers came in and haggled with me. The big one with the celestial wings was quite respectful, and the tiefling boy attempted to be, but I could see his noble blood oozing through his eyes in that fiend show of deference. Others can be so tiresome. Now the last, well, I thought he was a bit obtuse, but as it turns out, he was probably the most charming of the lot. A little dwarven man with the air of a cleric but the mind of a warrior. You don't often see those walking out and about. They usually end up shunned or dead pretty quickly. Somehow, though, this one has stayed alive long enough to really make something of himself. I decided to tempt him. I knew I had him when he mentioned the love of toys. Yes, I suppose they are toys after all, and the powerful all do love to play with them. Being banished to the void, I assisted the two just so nonchalantly, like I assisted the 2 remaining survivors in their combat with the champion, a prince from the elemental plane of Earth, but I found it to be quite remedial. Little Tiefling ran away a lot, much faster than he looks, and the Celestial flew into the air and attacked the prince with quite a show of dexterity for his size. I decided to banish one of the prince's guards to the elemental plane of water and take my leave, as I was sure they had plenty of power to spare to defeat these peons. It only took them about half a minute before they were back, quite bruised and bloodied. I was half tempted to kill all of them and take their magical belongings for myself, but that was an urge from my past that I've given up long ago. A little dwarven man appeared a few moments before the other 2, and we devised a devilish plan to make them believe he was sitting there all along. It worked gloriously, and I have never seen a tiefling so dark of complexion blush so quickly with anger. Even the celestial was incensed. It was delightful. We made an agreement to travel far to the Sea of Fallen Stars on the morrow, but I heard them talk about possibly delaying the trip as well. Regardless, I'm sure I'll be seeing more of these gentlemen in due course of time. I'm certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. Anyway, the pocket dimension needs cleaning, and the owlbears need feed. I think I'll get Marigold to feed them again. She always has such a frightened face tossing the steaks to them. To be fair, one did rip her hand off a year or so ago, but a spell can fix that easily. Never let her come to permanent harm. You have to keep your great-grandchildren healthy, after all. I threw in an extra great because I feel like she wouldn't be too sure.
Awesome. That was you, right, Mystic?
Yeah.
Good shit, man. Will earned
I do
inspiration
like-
point.
The concept of writing from the NPCs in our travels.
Yeah, I think that's a fun perspective to take. Definitely novel. I mean, I think it's interesting that you guys started like writing from your character's perspective, not just from like a neutral observer, just talking about what happened.
Yeah.
But
Neutral
you took it
observers
to
are
another
lame.
level, and you went into the story, and now you're going deep. So I love it.
It's
I'm gonna
man.
start writing as an unreliable narrator.
nice. I'm gonna eventually just write as a rock who like saw us pass by and then just
They wore
you know,
clothes and walked.
Yeah.
That was
They
it.
seemed
We
tired.
killed a whole bunch of creatures, but he was just a rock on the path.
He just
Yeah.
only saw that much, you know.
Yeah.
Spilled some strange liquid on me, and
One of them
my
licked
vision
me,
was
I
blocked
think.
after.
And one of them licked me, I think.
Is
That's
this what?
fucking hilarious.
Is this what war is like?
Oh
so
my
great.
goodness. Goodness. Okay, so yeah, you guys said, if I remember right, you had just left Findelia's, what was it? Findelia's mystical catactorium. Catactorium. Yeah.
I thought we left and we went to sleep.
Yes,
Oh,
because you
that's right.
said
Yeah,
that
'cause
we had to go to sleep.
I
Nothing
did
could
say that.
happen.
nothing happened for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So it is now the 16th of Lent.
3 more
Just a-
days.
thought it was on the 21st.
5 more days. Yeah, 5.
5 more days. Oh, damn.
You will- It's not that hard to count.
3
But
more
yeah, fine.
days!
For some reason, I was thinking it was the 20th.
That would still be 4 days!
No, 7. Oh, yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Technically,
No,
if you
today's the
include that there.
17th, wasn't it?
I'm surrounded
No.
by idiots.
No, the 15th was the day that we
Oh.
saved you from the void, and then we went to sleep, and now it's the 16th.
Today's the 16th. So technically, if
Alright.
you
This is
include
the
today,
thing now,
16, 17,
Chad.
18, 19,
Just
20,
get
21.
used to it. We're
Yeah.
counting days now
Mystic's
because I
keeping
feel
track.
like it.
I also think that it is a seldom seen skill to be able to know the calendar for the Forgotten Realms,
Mhm.
which is very cool in my books. Which is
How you get
called
hired by wizards.
it's called the Calendar of Harptos. Yep, and Elaine's
What'd you call me?
is also known as the Fading. So what? Wizwardo just subbed. Everyone, I haven't talked to Wizwardo in months, and I miss
Hi,
him
Wiz.
dearly. Wiz,
Here's
thank
a
you,
round
buddy.
of applause for
Appreciate
you.
you. Round of applause. Oh my God, my mom did that, and she's a teacher. So congratulations on your maximum level of corniness there, LR. All right,
As
Yeah,
if
I'm
he
stepping
ever
back.
went under that.
you guys wake up in the morning, and you take it away.
Bagged off.
I left. You sent me away. I'm at a forge.
Oh, that's right.
You were pissed off at me.
I figured you'd come back by now.
I was at a forge. Why would I come back?
Because it's the morning.
Perfect time to
Some-
be at a forge.
So, Vol from wherever he's saying your event, you know, if nobody wakes him up, he'll just keep sleeping, you know, right?
Right.
I
mean, they're not going to
for
let
one,
him sleep at the forge, are they?
I don't know. I for one, I'm glad to let him be away from us for a little bit.
Ugh. I tried to let things go quickly, but yeah, he kind of pissed me off yesterday. Fucking dick. Anyway, at least I got this, huh? I take out the sword of wishes.
The luck
And,
blade.
Luck blade.
Yeah, the luck blade.
How
The
many
sword of
wishes did it have in it?
2. 2 wishes, Glenn. That's a lot.
Have fun.
So it's got one more.
No.
No, she used a
her
wish.
spell.
Yeah, she used a wish spell, the lich.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
That's one of the reasons why I wrote it
Yep,
so
yep.
nonchalant. She just doesn't
Yep,
give a fuck. She didn't
Yep, I
even
remember
mention
now.
that she used a wish spell. She's
Yep.
just
I mean,
like,
that's just a
"Ah,
long
remember
rest
now.
for her.
I got one a
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Fucking Jesus. Imagine being that powerful. Yeah, I'm just gonna change the fabric of time and space for all of eternity
Well,
on
you
my
gotta be
whim.
careful.
No, yeah, of course. Careful what you wish for. But I mean, that's what it's got. That's why it's there. But yeah. Um, what should we do today? What was my fucking butler's name? I
I
fucking
don't know if I've
I
met your
I like
fucking
to
butler,
believe
but yeah.
that Yorvin actually does forget every time.
I probably do. Fucking
It's
yeah.
been a while since I've
I've known him my
interacted with
whole
him.
life. What the fuck
Done in
was
my
his
entire
name?
life. I normally just call him asshole. Um,
He is a dick.
he's a lot better now, though.
Wasn't his name Richard?
You
Yes, it's
literally threw a
Richard.
plate at him and then dropped it on the ground.
Yes, it's hilarious.
No,
Are you here?
wasn't it
Did you
Chandry?
materialize? What?
Chauncey?
Chandry? Chandry? Or do you guys want to go with Richard?
Chandry? Chandry?
Chandry or Richard? Which one was it?
Is he a
Since he's a-
changeling? His name just changes every time.
Since he's a dick, we'll call him Richard.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah,
I proposed it.
that was the
Yes, sir.
Richard, how have you gotten the paperwork written up for the orphanage?
Before the end of the week, sir. It's taking a while to make sure all the T's and I's are crossed.
Give me a copy as soon as you have the first draft, and I'll review it on the night. All right?
Very well, sir.
Is everyone fine in the house? Everyone's mourning, I suppose. My father did technically die.
Yeah, and there has been a noted difference in the way Richard has been treating you and the way his demeanor towards you since your father left. So,
Yeah, he's. I'm the lord of the house now, so he's like fucking.
he also seems to just be more compassionate in general. He's not so
Yeah.
mean.
You're Ven. I had a
Sorry,
question
just-
for you.
I borrowed the pipe of magic.
Pipe of
creatures.
Where's my
monsters?
pipe?
Pipe of monsters.
I
Yes.
need my morning pipe.
Yes. Cool. Well,
Oh, I misheard and I forgot what I was saying.
Forgot my
Ven,
name.
With technically, not that obviously it's in your possession. We can do whatever we want, discuss it however you want to use it. But the wish spell, from everything I'd heard, alters the fabric of reality. Is that
yes.
so? Would it be possible then to make the wish spell give me the ability to put my wings away and pull them out whenever I wanted to? Akin to a polymorph, but just at will, I guess.
I don't wish to sound rude, but of all the things that we could use a wish spell for,
I'm
that seems very.
I'm just trying to. Magic is not my forte. I understand magic exists. We've been to fucking hell.
It could indeed work, but here, let me sit you
I'm-
down. The
I'm
wish
I'm
spell,
happy for
Oh.
like this is intimidating. I don't want that to happen, but I'm just trying to
Okay,
wonder
gotcha.
how to what limits and what kind of is this on a smaller
Literally
scale
anything.
limit then? Okay.
literally anything. That is one of the tiniest things that you could wish for with a wish spell. Let me give you an example. It is said that in the past there was a time which someone used something akin to a wish spell in order to bring a god from their godly plane and attempt to kill them forcibly. It didn't work. Not because the wish spell didn't work, but because the guy was defeated.
Did he stand a chance? Was it a good battle?
You know, necromancers are pretty crazy.
Hmm. You need to. You need to keep that thing safe. I think that's probably the most dangerous thing that's fallen into our possession.
Keep it safe.
Yes. I mean, really, I could bring my father back to life with it. But there's also other consequences to the wish spell, which may or may not happen depending on verbiage as well as intent, uh, the judgment of whatever god or group of gods are deciding to grant this wish. Um, the very physical aspects of it itself might change whole avenues of reality.
The age-old, be careful what you wish for.
Indeed.
Hmm. Okay. It was something I was wondering. Didn't exactly think of it in the midst of a battle and
Right.
post with all the blood and the bruises.
So I
But we
apologize if I was talking down to you. I just
No, not at all. It's you're. That's why I asked you. You're the one with all the brains when it comes to the magic
Sure.
in this such focused way. Um, but we should find Magdor.
if he was anywhere, he'd probably be at the what was it called? The Board and Nail? It's it's over it's over by Troll Skull Manor.
He's either at the closest one to Findelia's or he's at the furthest one from here. Pick one.
It was at the furthest one
Porque
from
no
here.
los
We
dos.
have quite a ways to go. Let's go to the I think it's the Hammer and Nail. Let's see.
Talking about the pub in which district?
Next to it's not a pub, it's a ford. Or well,
It's. I
no,
should
it's
know
not a
this
forge. I'm
because
lying. It's in Waterdeep.
because I just did this. But it's that Air Genasi and Fire Genasi forge.
Oh,
in
Steam and
yes.
Steel.
Steam and
Steam
Steel.
and Steel. That's what it is.
Yep.
I was thinking of the Bent Nail, which is the
Which is the carpentry,
the
the
carpentry
carpet
place.
furniture store. Yeah. All right. We only had a short visit the last time.
Oh,
It's time
God,
for you to
this
show me
book-
the city.
it still just smells so great. Just oh man.
Love to
It's
see
like it's like sex. A fresh module or like player's handbook or something. It's like
Untouched by greasy, grubby hands. And
nerdy hands
know-it-alls
like
and-
mine.
That's
Yeah.
why I just get the alt art ones and I put it on a shelf, and then I get the D&D Beyond one and use it on my phone because I don't want to take that away. The smell and the scent and the feel of it, you know.
It literally makes me feel good as a person. Like smelling a new book, you know? Fuck Amazon. I hate Amazon. Bastards.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking Audible. Kindle. Bullshit. Fuck you. I'm sorry.
All
Let's
right.
continue.
So back at the forge.
Back at the forge.
Oh yeah, I forgot
We
you
were
weren't
traveling.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what forge
I-
did you go to? Did you just find a random blacksmith?
Yeah, we'll just say for
Just like
simplicity,
sneak
it
into
was
his
that
forge?
one. If it's Genasi, they
Oh, you went to the Steam and Steel?
Sure.
yeah, we'll say that one.
Okay.
You
you
I
wake
don't
up-
think we left late enough that they were closed, so I don't think I had to sneak in. Because
yeah,
we
but
left
why
her
would they
place.
just let you stay there?
He's charming.
I have a
Make
lot
a-
of charisma.
charming
Make a
and dwarf
straight up charisma check, man. You're dealing with
Oh, boy.
elemental creatures.
I'm pretty sure they don't like dwarves.
Their Genasi don't mind dwarves. Or Genasi.
Oh,
No,
I
they don't
rolled
mind.
a 20, 18.
Nice.
You are not able to convince them to sleep there.
Fuck you, Glenn. I'm
Listen,
so happy to get that 20.
You did really good, but they are Genasi, and I rolled a 17 on the die, so they were close to letting you crash on their floor, but they needed to close up, you know. And as open-minded and kind as they are,
This is a medieval town, Glenn. People are.
unless you're willing to pay,
Ooh.
Ooh.
gotta
I would
make
offer
some money off it.
I would offer to help them light the forge in the morning.
Wonderful. It's a deal. You wake up, the fire genasi is just like, hey, Hey.
I'm up. I'm up.
All right, light the forge, and you can
All
like,
right, and I start
and just like the
shoveling
little bit of
coal.
light that there's like barely. It's like the earliest morning light possible. Like the sky is just starting to change from that deep dark blue to like a, a kind of a purplish hue. So it's super early. um,
Oh.
and he's like, "Cool. How'd you sleep?" I did it. Did he freeze?
Brandon froze.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Your camera froze. There we go.
No, we're good. We're good.
For reference, Glenn, the fire genasi is Embrick, and he's a pretty grumpy fella who's quick to anger. And the air genasi is Avi.
Avi and Embrick, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always played Avi as kind of a little saucier
Effeminate,
one, a little more
like,
feminine,
yeah. A little bit.
little more
yeah.
snippety snap, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Pepper in her step.
finish shoveling coal.
Yes.
All right, your turn. Light it.
Huh?
Light it. The coal's in. It's ready to go.
You said you were gonna do it.
Fine. I'm gonna cast Wall of Flame
Cast a wall of flame
in the forge.
in the forge, and there is just like the densest amount of fire you've ever seen in one spot. As I imagine that whole like wall or shape or whatever you can fill, you've just like stuffed it in there basically, and it's like intensely hot. And he's like, "Wow, nice."
Don't need a bellow when you got spells, right?
I guess that's true. Okay, well done. And he pats you on the shoulder, and says, "So you're gonna leave now?"
This is like when your
I
friend
mean-
stays too long. Like, yeah, no, this movie's great.
Cool.
All right. I'm heading out. Thanks for the sleep. You need any
Hey.
help?
All right. If you're willing to do that every morning, you can stay every night. And he slaps you on the ass on your way out.
And I'm going to sit outside the forge. Because Magdor's not stupid and he doesn't know the way back. And he knows that they told him to sleep at a forge or something. So
Mhm.
he's just going to wait for them to get there. And as he does, I'm going to do my channel divinity. And I'm going to take my dagger and slice off my finger on my
You do
left
that?
hand.
Yeah, you do that.
And I'm going to, it's going to be a simple one this time, Glenn. So that's why I didn't ask you in advance. I'm going to, what's the right word? Like, core it. I'm going to move some of the mechanical pieces around and kind of leave an opening in it.
Inside of
About
the
a-
finger.
Yeah, about marble sized.
Okay.
And just try to, work it out to where it still functions properly and just in one of the middle
Just
sections.
gonna put ball bearings inside of your finger, basically.
Just one. Just this
Just
one
one.
finger.
One.
And I'm going to
okay.
put the pellet of dust of dryness that I have in there.
Oh, okay. Is your finger like a little cannon? You're just like pow, pow, pow. Does
No.
it have a okay? Finger gun.
I've
Pew,
got a
pew,
plan
pew,
for
pew,
it,
pew, pew.
but
I feel like
we
there's a
haven't
plan.
gotten
I'm
there
just
yet.
speculating at this point. I like it.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to like it's going to be amazing if it pays off, but I don't want to be like overpoweredly strong. So
I
in
do
there
that
is
anyway. What item are you wielding, right? What's your weapon?
Well,
Yeah.
and
What level
dwarven
are you?
thrower.
Eh,
Yeah.
What level are you?
Fine. I
Like
put
12?
some
Two
gunpowder
legendary
in there.
hammers.
Grab some saltpeter from the
Build it.
forge.
Build it over time. I appreciate the
Yeah.
slow burn. I'm just saying you're always going to be overpowered in my campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm
so
okay with it.
in my pointer finger now is the dust of dryness that I had put a liquid in already.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
So it's
Yeah.
it's marble sized and it
So you're
fits in.
just sitting there
just
kind
the
of
same
like
perfectly.
doing that with your
And if
channel
I-
divinity on the front porch, right?
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, as they walk up, I'm going to just put my finger back and the skin's going to remeld.
Mm-hmm. It does.
All right. And that's it for me. So you guys just see me fingering myself.
Oh,
What?
phrasing. We'll just say
Oh, I
that.
know. Glad. I know. Oh,
Okay.
He's talking to you guys.
What would your event be? So if you're out on a morning stroll in Waterdeep, the town that you grew up in, or the city that you grew up in, what would you be explaining to me as we're walking up here?
Where's the location?
Because, and no offense to you or your event, but Vol would probably be bored out of his mind as you were explaining that to him. You're like,
I'm
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
like
yeah,
all like the shops and things like that,
yeah,
like
yeah,
places
yeah.
that have lunch and stuff, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
so nice to be able to just go to a place and have somebody make you some food and sit down. It's just fantastic. It's the waitresses, oh, out of this world adorable. And and the
I'm
fact
sure.
of the matter is that if you really, and I just keep going on
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
over
And they charge you 2 gold for putting a slice of cheese on warmed up bread?
oh, it's you if you boil anything down, it's going to sound unappealing, but you know, you haven't lived until you've experienced it.
Uh, I I'm sure. It's just, forgive me, it's just a different speed from Neverwinter.
Oh yes, I mean, Neverwinter there
Oh,
always.
Magdor.
Oh,
uh, yeah, put my finger back.
What?
Real quick. Have you guys seen this? You ready for this, Glenn? I'm going to point to the poster next to me that says "See us at the festival. Prime wares. Best metal money can buy." They got good metal.
yeah, the Steam and Steel are pretty renowned, as far as I'm aware.
Can we go to the festival?
But what's
The
this festival?
the Harvest
I don't know.
Festival.
It's this festival.
And then I'm
Jovin?
gonna turn.
What is it?
Autumn
Uh,
equinox.
Yeah, I call it the Harvest Festival.
Okay.
um, yes, the equinox is coming up. It's harvest time and what?
We were in hell for a long time.
Yes, I believe it was about. We were down there for how long? 2 months?
Like 2
Would you
months,
say?
if that.
Maybe a little less.
5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Been about 9 months here.
Wait. How long?
9 months.
Give me a moment, and then I'm gonna kind of walk away and pull out my sending stone. Mother, I have returned from hell. How
And she
dare
just
you?
responds,
Please respond as soon as possible.
she
Let me
says,
by.
that took a while. What the fuck?
Was that your brother or your mom?
It was my mother. I didn't. 9 months. I think they're gonna be and Vold's kind of like looking around at himself and then looks at his wings. I think they're gonna be a little shocked. I'm still getting used to this.
I mean, you're basically a celestial now.
But a Goliath at heart, yes. No,
Of course.
Nothing wrong with Celestials, of course, but it's. Anyways, tell me about this festival.
Oh, there's food, there's dancing, there's drink, glorious fun, magical things going on, as well as, and this is the important part. The worshippers of the deity Sigojan, Earthcaller, they offer gems to him, and then they like dig holes and or find holes dug by badgers and then bury them in the holes, and it's just it's a fun thing to see. They're quite the gems glow. It's beautiful.
Sure.
No, there's a fucking festival for fighting. It's called the Bright Swords. We fight people. We're all going to do that.
Can we can't?
Okay.
Yes, of course we're going to do that. I haven't missed an autumn festival in a long time.
You missed the last one.
No,
You came up to us. Oh no, you came up to us right as winter was starting. So you did the festival, then came up.
basically.
So, is it like a fight to the death? Rules?
No, they have things like illusory battles where in a giant stadium you go up against large numbers of illusory enemies. It's ran by one of the guilds in town, and they're particularly proficient in magic.
What if I could
Especially,
see through these enemies?
I mean, you could still fight them.
And as you're talking about this, Avi walks up, coming into the front of the shop, says, "You have it all wrong, my dear.
What?
Uh,
Me?
Hello?
Fighting the illusions is something the Griffin Cavalry does as sort of a demonstration of battles gone by.
Oh, right.
You just fight people with swords. No magic ones, though. If you enter."
Are
That's
we
fine.
allowed to have magic items?
I mean, it's supposed to be a battle of martial prowess, so if
Martial.
you use magic, it's kind of frowned on.
Alright.
Volker
Number
raises his
7.
hand.
Hmm.
Can I race a griffin?
Race or raise?
Yes.
I mean both, but could I race a griffin at the festival? Is that a
I'm not
possibility?
sure. You'd have to speak with the Griffin Cavalry. Not my department.
That would be
Bye,
fun.
boys. And then he just passes you and heads on in.
Wow,
Other prizes.
I
No.
would've-
I was
Yep.
asking you over and get back in your keep. Or in your shop.
Prizes, smizes. I know you care about the toys, Magdor, but it's all about the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. But
I
Do you think
agree.
they'd be receptive? Do you think they'd be receptive to goat ball?
maybe not this year.
Perhaps not in the official games, but almost certainly in the taverns around.
Of course, Vol is visibly sadder. Makes sense. Yeah.
But it would be very well loved in the taverns around,
Oh, I'm sure.
especially in the Yawning Portal.
Got to introduce them to dwarf ball as well and dwarf dart.
I think they have
So-
already done that, actually.
Out of character, I finally watched Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Never watched it
let's
before.
walk that back. Okay.
What?
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Carry on. Is it because
And
it's
I've
on Netflix
learned. No, I watched the
Okay.
director's cut because my friends got
I
mad
see.
at me because
Okay.
I told them that I've never seen
Thank
it before.
God. Thank
And
God.
apparently,
Cool.
nobody tosses a dwarf.
Yeah, nobody tosses.
And then he does it
So-
in like the next
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I know. But he tells don't tell Legolas. Don't tell the elf.
Yeah. One more thing. Don't tell the elf.
It's funny, I think that guy, the guy that plays Gimli, is like the tallest guy in that cast.
Yeah, John Rhys Davies. Dude,
He's fucking
he's like
super tall.
6'5". Dude.
Yeah.
He's huge. He's
Yeah.
huge.
Sorry,
And he's
out
the
of
smartest
character.
fucking kid.
I love that.
So
I'm
did
glad
you
you
watch
saw
it?
it.
Sorry, this is very important. Did you watch it with friends or did you watch it alone?
I watched it alone.
Okay,
Okay.
so you had nobody tell you about that scene.
Oh, I no. I mean, I've known like the memes and I knew
Okay.
the story plot line and stuff like that, but
Once
I've
you
never
see
actually
this,
sat
the
down and
movie,
watched
though,
it.
it's so the memes are so much better. I
Yeah.
think.
I'll tell you what, though.
Isengard.
Yeah.
I was able to watch Fellowship
Boromir.
and Two Towers all the way through,
Hmm.
but there was just so much content in Return of the King that I had to watch it in 3 separate settings. Like I watched
Yeah.
an hour and a half, is like, all right, I gotta go stop, and so I like waited a day, like, all right, let's watch more, and then it gets to like pretty much
Yeah, they do a lot of exposition in like
the
the,
end
last
of-
movie,
yeah.
and then the end, like the end stretch, is insane.
And so I had to
Look-
pause it, and there's like 45 minutes left. It's like, okay, I'll finish it tomorrow. So I went to bed and finished it the next day, but it was good.
So people
I
forget that the Lord of the
person-
Rings is 6 books. Like Tolkien wanted to
6
release
books?
it in 6, yeah,
He wanted
but
to. It's only
yeah,
3.
but so it's still he wrote it as book 1, book 2 in Fellowship, and then
Yeah.
book 3, book
Mhm.
4 in Two Towers. But yeah, so the fact that it's so dense, like that's one of the reasons why. Like he meant these to be individual, like very small, like much shorter experiences because they were so compact. But anyway,
What would a 6-part story? Because a 3-part is a trilogy. Would a 6-part be a hectagy?
probably
Hexagy,
I
Hexagy?
think you would just call it a series though, or
a
like
I
saga.
just like. Well, I
yeah,
mean,
saga.
people
Well,
usually
I
just call
mean,
this a D12, but it could also be called a dodecahedron. You know, like
yeah.
both are correct. One is
Yeah, but if
just
you're a
less
fucking
common
nerd.
vernacular. We're playing
So,
D&D right
um,
now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My focus has been split talking about that. I made us a fantastic meme that I couldn't get out of my head.
I can't click on that because I've got
Ah, shame.
shame,
Great meme.
shame, shame.
Yeah.
Coming
One of my favorite
coming
things
back
to
to
look
it.
at after, just real quick, last thing on Lord of the
Sure.
Rings, is all of the making of. To just
Mhm.
see like there's 2 guys that
And,
made all the
because
chainmail for the whole movie.
especially-
Like
And especially in the early 2000s, it's a logistical undertaking of like immense proportions.
fucking crazy.
And it held
the
up.
quality still holds up. You know, you
Mhm.
can
There was
tell clearly
only
when the
a
CGI
very
is still
few
kind of
scenes,
eh,
yeah.
and that's with like large scale scenes. But otherwise,
Well,
even
in
on
the large scale
mid-scale
scenes, they're
it still holds
usually
up.
miniatures. They're like 1/64th
Yeah.
miniatures.
There's
No,
only
it's-
like
it's-
3
it's
times
insane
where
feat.
it
Helm's Deep.
was uncanny Valley, like one where they were walking into Mount Doom. That was like one of the 2 ones that I could
Yeah.
think of, like, okay,
I
that looks a
remember
little
what you're talking- yeah.
CGI. And then there was one time with Gollum, and that's the surprising part. There was only one time with Gollum where it looked
No, Gollum was
fake.
fucking terrifyingly real.
Andy
Andy Serkis did such a
Serkis.
good job.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Fucking
and you
man.
got to give it to the entire team of like 20 animators
Ooh.
that worked on
It is
Gollum.
insane.
Who did the voice and the actions for Smog?
Benedict
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Ben my dick, come my
Kinda-
come on my patch.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That's so bad. Oh my god.
Can we sign
Okay.
up for the stuff in this festival, Jorvin?
I've never been. I'm sorry. I just thought of this joke, and it's way too
Well,
bad for
Apart from signing
kind
up,
company.
if we could, I feel like using. Okay. Don't get me wrong here, but using your status to be able to talk to the leader of the Griffin Rider, Griffin Cavalry, to ask if I could race them for the festival would be nice.
No, I'm definitely no. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I would love to see that happen. And there are Aarakocra here. There are wizards as well that enjoy flight. So it might be a many
Aarakocra?
people race. Yeah, Aarakocra.
Those are the
Have you not
bird
heard of them?
people.
Yes.
We saw them before. I'm pretty
Have we?
sure they were in Winterfell.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Lord Winter.
Oh, right.
Never
yeah,
winter.
Flanking Jon Snow.
Yeah.
on his
Lord
daily
Winter.
strolls.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I have seen Aarakocra. Sorry, never mind. Yes, I remember now. Sorry, it's
They're
just
still
my
super
Winterfell
uncommon.
knowledge better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're
I
not
remember
a
us
normal
dealing with
species.
one a long time ago.
Um,
It might have even been no, it wasn't Cholt.
so I'm assuming then
alright,
we
listen,
don't fight to the death
listen.
in these tournaments.
Before
No.
we continue, I know you guys are all worried for my quest, but I think it's nice for
Oh,
us
right.
to take a
Oh,
few days and relax.
Oh,
and have some
of
drinks.
course.
We've been
I
going
was
Yeah,
so
no, of
worried.
course. I appreciate it.
Even
I was so
on
worried.
our days off, like when we were in El Terrell, we were still helping them to build. We haven't had days off in a while. I mean, even if we'd count it as not real time, it's still been a good 3 or 4 months since we've had a day off. It's been a year if you count, prime material playing Tom.
Yeah,
Right.
The pimp.
it's all been kind of crazy since I killed your horse.
Honestly,
real.
even before then,
Little
Yovan, I'm
bit.
sorry. Honestly, since Algira really talked to us
That's
that day
we
in
were
the
just sitting at a
tavern.
bar. All we were doing a year ago, Magdor, was escorting wagons and drinking.
like 2 years ago. Because a year
However
ago
the
we were in
fuck
the
long.
spine.
You're right. You're better at this than I'm so old.
All right, we'll walk right past that one. And what to?
Where do we sign up, Yovan? Where do we talk to festival organizers?
It's really on the day, but if you want to be involved in organization of the festival, then I suppose we could go talk soon, depending on whether our DM could make up the leader of the Griffin Riders and be okay with it.
I'm gonna go turn to Vol. You know, maybe not on the day of the festival, but I bet they'd say that racing whatever you are would be good training for the Griffins.
Yeah,
I just want to race a griffin.
that's a great idea, Maxwell.
Because all right. Pretty confident I could win, and I don't know if they want that to happen. Do you know what I mean? On like an official event.
No, I mean
Or they wouldn't mind because I
Right.
you by the time the event starts, it will have been almost a week, which means there's going to be at least some people coming in and giving note of the events of El Terrell, and it will be made obvious that the now Lord of Malbrook Manor, is one of those people, and his companions are a dwarf and a giant celestial being. So there is no doubt that we will be seen as heroes. So if you win a competition, it's just a hero beating other heroes. You see what I'm saying? There's no instability that would come from it.
oh
In fact,
Okay.
it might be good to know that there's such good souls out there looking out for the little man.
and quite literally little men, and I'm gonna look at
I'm gonna look up to Vol.
I still look
What's
up to
that
him.
mean?
He's 7 feet tall now. Like, actually, no, you're like 8 feet tall.
I was gonna say he was like 6'5" before. It's not that big a change.
Oh.
Although I guess as you get taller, smaller changes are more noticeable.
Mhm.
Like 5'5" to 5'6", you don't see a difference. But
My friends that are
6'9" to
6 foot.
6'10".
I've had a friend that's 6'4" and a friend that's 6'8", and when they look at me, I see effectively the same height. And they're like, "No, it's way different." I'm like, "Maybe up there in the clouds, like
How tall are you, Glenn?
5'9".
Okay, we're about the same height.
Same.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
I'm the tallest
Yeah.
one here.
Are you really?
And I'm
how
playing
tall
the
are you,
dwarf.
Brandon?
I'm 6 feet tall.
Are you?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Really?
What?
Yeah, you're the tallest one here.
Crazy.
And then Tyler's taller than you too,
Tyler's
isn't he?
yeah, Tyler's
Yeah,
taller than
Tyler's
me.
like
He's
6'2" or
6'4".
something, 6'3". That's what he is.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
Brandon,
I'm 6
You just
feet.
blew my
Also,
fucking
look,
mind.
hold on.
Since it's
hold
on
on.
social media too, now we can say it. Congratulations, Tyler and
Yeah.
Manders. They
Didn't
just
see-
had
don't
their
know how
little
well
baby boy
that'll show up.
Vincent.
Oh, nope.
Can't see
Oh,
it.
nope. All right.
I mean, yeah.
It says
I
6
believe
feet.
you.
I
I don't know
believe
why you would
you.
lie.
I believe you. It's
kinda
just
freaks
like,
me
you know,
out.
you've
I'm
been
like-
playing a dwarf this whole time. You're pretty
Yeah.
wide shouldered.
You guys have a mental
know?
image of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not
You
someone who's
fucking me
6
up.
foot tall. Like,
I thought you were 5'7".
Now the beard
not
looks
gonna lie.
ridiculous.
Straight up,
Right.
thought you were 5'7".
Oh man, that would have been a shock. I come to visit you, Canada, and Tyler and I are just towering over you.
well, it's just like you just pulled that guy that played Gimli on us,
Yeah, you
Right.
just pulled a John Ray's Davy on us.
and you're
dude.
playing the dwarf. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
You're the John Ray's Davy of this party.
Brandon is 6 foot tall. Sarah just went, "What?"
To be fair, half the campaign I was playing like this
Yeah.
underneath my desk.
Now I'm like
Anybody
looking at
that-
you, you're like,
Anybody that stops by and says that we don't take this seriously, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Full of shit. Also,
oh my
Simple
God.
Jack has been commenting along with us. Said Gollum wasn't even CGI. That's a real guy. Looks just like that. He said he's 8 feet tall and he's at least 3 inches taller than me.
I mean, if you find the right WoW player, yes, it's potential.
He is
Right,
a
yeah.
devout WoW player. Simple Jack is. So that's really funny that you would say that.
Yorvin, if where will we find the Griffin Cavalry? Let's go have a conversation with them. Let's see if they'd be up for it, because I feel like they'd be involved in organizing that. And if they wanted to put on a race, then
I believe they're stationed in Castle Waterdeep, or thereabouts.
You would be aware of who the leader of their order is as well.
Yeah.
Let me see. It is. I guess he doesn't have an official title. But it's Elminster.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right? He took over in 1491, so he's only been the leader of the Griffin Riders Cavalry, because technically the Griffin Cavalry is a part of the City Guard. After an orc incursion, they were adopted by the Open Lord as a part of the City Guard, supported by them. So usually the race too that takes place is usually between retired and notable Griffin Riders that are of name that people would recognize. So if you got in that race, you're gonna race against some fun sort of celebrities, you know?
That'd be super cool.
Maybe Elminster himself.
Oh,
I think it's
Old
only fair if
beard.
you have a rider, though.
Magdor. No.
I mean, I guess I'm.
no, it could be
well,
Twilight.
Twilight
Twilight
I will
rides
allow to be my
you?
rider. That is a fucking brilliant plan, Yorvin. That is probably the smartest thing you've said to date. And that is not an exaggeration.
Could at least Mini Magdor ride too? I live
Oh, Magdor.
vicariously through him. You
Oh,
guys,
wait,
Mini
Do you
Magdor,
still
he's
have
been
that
here the whole
alcohol?
time.
Do you still have that alcohol?
I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to bring it up.
The shrink
Why'd you
drink?
bring it up?
Yes.
No, it's in my finger.
Can you get it out of your finger?
I
And use
could,
it
but
and
it's
then ride Twilight with, and then Twilight rides him. It could be a triple riding.
I could,
Let's.
but I've got bigger plans for that. As an aside, I seem to recall I've got Mini
Let's
Magdor
go.
right here next to me. Right, he listens to everything I say. Good Magdor. Good me.
I pat him on the head. Mini Magdor.
I seem to recall, Vol, in my hole, you have a giant, mechanical creature, don't you?
I do have a skeleton, like a suit of armor I can't
Yes.
control.
I forgot about that. We slept in
did
it the
too.
other night, or we're in there the other night, but yes.
The one that I got from that strange bazaar in Avernus.
Yes, the one we
For
didn't use
trading
for
something.
literally anything in Avernus.
Yeah. That you can control.
I can control, yes.
I thought you said
You
I
have-
can't
yeah,
control,
yes,
and I was like,
living
No,
armor.
with the amulet. Oh, no, okay. Yeah.
animated armor. Yeah.
Animated armor, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's still there whenever you need it. It's not taking up much
Oh,
space since I've got my
that's-
armor out now.
I appreciate it, but I'm not going to let that thing ride me. Let's.
No,
let's
I'm
just
not
go
saying
talk-
that. I'm just saying don't
No,
forget.
okay. Let's just. I appreciate it. Let's just go talk to this person.
Oh my gosh.
First. Let's bring it up.
All right.
Lead the way, Yorvin.
This way.
So yeah, Yorvan, you head towards the Castle Warden,
To the south.
specifically to Castle Waterdeep, where within there is the main outpost for the Griffin Cavalry, where you would know that the head, being the current one, being Elminster, a famed mage and many other things on the Sword Coast, also known as, I believe, Old Beard. He has a lot of nicknames, pseudonyms, whatever you want to call it.
Tarmancel, Wanlorn, the Old Maids, the Sage of Shadowdale, the Great Over Sorcerer Stinkbeard, sorry. Old Sage, Doombringer of Mistra,
Which is funny.
and of course, just
Because
elementary.
technically, there's somebody else that actually, another human that actually killed Mistra before she was Mistra. So it's weird
an
that Elminster
accident.
be called that. Yeah, he knew something like that. Anyway, yeah, the guy fucking knew. He was too smart not to know. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, you would know exactly where to go, and with your noble lineage and now being the standing leader of your family's household, you are able to be granted entry whenever you would like, without an appointment.
Have an appointment. Wow. Pause.
So yeah, as you show up at the
Huge.
gate to Castle, I almost said Castle Never. That's not it. At Castle Waterdeep, and which I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Am I
believe so.
crazy?
I think it's just Castle Waterdeep.
I think so too.
Castle in Waterdeep called. Let me make sure. I just want to make sure. Yep. It's just where the castle ward is. Castle Waterdeep, the Palace of Waterdeep. Anyway. So yeah, you could go see the Open Lords if you were in the Mass Lords if you want if they're in session. But yeah, so you arrive at the front gate and the two gods, you know, kind of you guys aren't wearing like combat attire, are you?
Nah. I have
yeah.
Dwarf is, that
the-
makes sense, I guess.
both swords on my back. And then that's
Swords,
it.
but clothes, like fine clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vol's traveling
Vol would
clothes.
Be in like, no, he'd probably be in like super stripped down like leather armor, like none
Okay.
of like the fancy straps and like shoulder pads
Yeah.
and stuff. Just probably just a simple like the tunic part of it or whatever.
It's like what you wear underneath your armor, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Like
like,
a
I
that.
do have
Garrison or something like
clothes.
that.
Yeah.
I do have mending
Inspiration.
clothes, but because I slept at the forge, I just slept in my armor, stayed in it.
I like to
Didn't
think
even
that
doff
you
it.
sleep even in your helmet, and like if you snore, it like amplifies it. Anyway,
Yeah, it like resonates.
You'll have to ask. You'll have to ask Paul and Yorvin about that.
does he?
You get used to it.
Oh, I just do like an abjuration,
Cotton.
little something in my ear, and then I can't hear a thing.
White noise.
We're
That's why
getting there.
that's what I have
We're
alarm
learning
spells for.
very intimate things about our characters. We now know that Magdor snores, which is fun. Cool. So yeah, you're walking up, and only your. And he says, "So sorry, no weapons beyond this point." And he kind of gestures to you all, if you wouldn't mind setting aside your weaponry.
We'll put down a short sword, pull out a dagger, pull out another dagger, reach behind, pull out another dagger.
Is that what we've seen?
pull out a
5 minutes
dagger.
later.
No, I'm just carrying one short sword.
Okay.
I'm not in combat
Um,
attire, okay?
Sorry, this one is actually a symbol of my house. I will give you this one though.
Of course, sir. It seems to be you should be trusted, but we've got our eye on you.
Of course.
Anyway,
He is Lord of Water. No,
I know, it's a joke. We've had a good repartee with his household for a long time.
I know. I know. Do you? Are we handing them our weapons, or are we setting them down?
Actually, we have a chest that will be given a key to you, sirs. It is magically sealed and can only be opened by this key.
All right. My weapons talk, so I just wanted
So-
to make sure. You know.
Oh,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
set 'em down.
They look quite fine. And they pull it aside and pull the chest out, and they actually put them in there, and they let you put them inside. It's a small extra dimensional chest, so it does have a little extra space for you to kind of set things with like racks and stuff for you to set your weapons, so they're not just like laying on the ground. Allowing
So
each of you to do that. So, and then
I put my
who should take the
hammers,
key?
my wand,
I'll
probably
take it.
Yolvin, Oatvol,
Very well, sir.
Thank you.
my crossbow. I have a crossbow.
What?
Cool.
Weird.
Well, you want crossbow?
Just keep filling up the chest, Magdor.
All right, my dagger.
Yeah, all of my stuff
shield.
except for my swords and my here it would be my 2 swords and my belt of giant strength. It's the only 2 things here.
Cool. Very well. So he takes the key, and you hear that he gives the signal. He gives a whistle up to the top of the gate, and you hear the clickety clack of them beginning to raise the metal gate that keeps people out. and they raise it up enough for you to step under, and then as you enter through it, it begins to clickety clack back down and closes with a loud metallic thud into the stone. And ahead of you, you have the Bailey of Castle Waterdeep, which is quite large, probably 100 feet to your left and right, and then it spans probably another 200 to 300 feet past you, and it's a rectangle, so it's equidistant, as far as that goes. No odd shapes. The palace being on the far end, and to your left, in the center of kind of like what is it? There's like roads that run through the Bailey. In the center of a square patch of grass with a small kind of like waist-high stone wall, there is a building there, and on the top it has a large it goes up and then goes out, and the top of it is mostly made of wood, and you can see kind of coming and going cavalry members, as that is very likely the stable for the griffins.
Fucking sick.
So you want to head there?
I'm going to tell you, I've never actually been inside the chambers. I'm incredibly excited right now. And then you kind of see your van kind of being like, I mean, you've known about griffins your whole life, but I've known about the cavalry my entire life. I wanted to be one of them when I was younger. Like you.
Well, your van,
Why
if we
didn't
get
you?
griffin eggs, we can just be our own. Everywhere else in all of Faerun, we're not restricted to Waterdeep.
Imagine me riding a griffin and throwing my hammer. And it comes back.
Imagine riding on a griffin and throwing you at people.
One thing at a time, gentlemen.
No,
One thing
I
at a
don't come
time.
back.
Not with that attitude. Your van lead the way.
You could jump,
I said,
you
remember?
could jump off your griffin, attack somebody, and fly back to your griffin.
I could. Oh, okay.
Remember, gentlemen, eye on the prize, race first, eternal
Absolutely.
griffin
Yes.
riders for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
We
So
go
you
up. Yeah, we
approach-
go in.
On we go.
Yeah, you approach, and actually, let me roll this real fast. Choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6.
For each of us, or
Each one of you choose one of those ranges.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5,
1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just choose one.
3, 4.
1, 2.
Noble
5,
gets
6.
5, 6. Noble dexterity saving throw.
Dexter. Oh shit. Well, I don't have disadvantage because
You have alert.
no, because
No, because he's
You're not
his
wearing armor.
not in
Yeah.
my armor. Yeah. Let me see here. Fuck. Do fighters have? No,
think
they
they
don't. It's
have
Constitution and
the
strength.
strength,
Never mind.
yeah.
Disregard. Okay, I'm gonna roll my Forgotten Realms D20. It's enormous.
Love that. Oh, is that the one from the bundle?
I rolled a 5.
Awesome.
For a total of 3.
So just
No,
tell
minus
me
one.
5 total.
head
5 total.
or shoulders.
Knees and toes.
Shoulders.
All right. Giant piece of shit. That's mostly liquid. Most likely coming from one of the griffins coming in or out. Just right over your left shoulder. And it's
only
and you
we had
try
the
you
stuff
try
to
to get
get
out of the
rid
way,
of
but
that.
like you're just like it's just there now. Looks like a giant
Oh.
bit of yolk, basically.
It's like really good luck, guys. This is really good
Lucky.
luck. This
Right.
is super good luck.
Luck
I'm
backs,
telling
right?
you, there are people out in the street sometimes when they see them, they go running underneath them because they think it's such good luck. All right? We got this. It's going to be great.
that time the king got shit on by a griffin.
Yeah, and then they won the war the next day.
Oh, is that a real thing?
No, but now it is.
Now it is. I love it. I will stop interrupting. So yeah, that happens.
You're adding a lot. I'm enjoying it very much.
Okay. So you continue, or do you like prestidigitate it real quick?
I'm going to leave it on.
just a nice little pile. Just like it kind of goes down like a short sleeve shirt, and then the rest of your arm is free. Like that's the amount that is there. Little splatter, up in your.
I'll get this stuff
you have a
on
beard,
my neck.
right? Yeah.
I'll get this stuff on my neck, and
Okay.
But the shirt,
Okay.
it's staying.
It's fine. It's wonderful.
It's super lucky.
So you head on in, and interestingly enough, the door is kind of like cracked open, and it looks like it's cracked open because as it opens inward. Specificity. And through the crack, if you just kind of look in a bit, you can see someone at a desk that looks like they're snoring, but there's no sound.
Is he dead?
He's going.
I'm gonna knock on the door loudly. Hello.
I'm gonna tap him.
You go inside.
Oh.
At this point, nobody had gone
Yeah.
in yet. Okay, so you
Oh, yeah.
push in and you tap him, and he's like, "Oh, oh hi."
Like, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
can we get a griffin egg?
Magdor.
What?
That's
I thought that's what we were here for.
Number 2. It's number 2.
Oh, sorry. Can we race the griffin, then get an egg?
I'm sorry. What?
Wait. Good morning, sir. My name is Vol. This is
Chaz.
as Chaz, Lord Malbrook, Macdor. We're here to see if you'd be interested in organizing a race for the festival with the Griffin Cavalry, and I'm gonna I'm gonna flare out my wings.
That's weird. Why do
It
you have
is.
wings? You look kind of like you're a little Goliathy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
I'm-
why you
what
got
are
wings?
you now?
It's complicated as he kind of tries to move his face away so you don't see his eyes of silver.
Yeah, no pupils are corny. Is this funky, dude?
I
Like a Berlani,
mean, I could tell you-
kinda. I've seen one of those
I
before.
could tell you we went into hell, into Avernus, and fought toe to toe with Zariel, and the night this happened to me.
We
and-
didn't really
Did
and,
you
like-
bring the city back?
We're not getting into this now.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
no,
Because
we
if you did, I
We
think it'd
are
be
the
very
heroes
easy to
of
get
El
yourself.
Terrell.
You could get a race
Yes.
in your name. That'd be pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah,
Then-
that's
then
what we were
yes,
thinking.
that's us.
Yes. That's what we were thinking. Can we see
Heroes
someone
of
about
El
that? please?
Terrell.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want. You want to see Elminster?
Is he in?
Sure.
And
I
he goes,
imagine that he is a busy man.
and his face changes, and it's just Elminster. And he goes, I tend to sleep with a face on, so if I get caught, I don't get in trouble.
Where did Chad go?
Chaz?
His name was Chaz, but
He's actually upstairs. He's
Chaz.
working with some of the hatchlings.
Is he actually like
Oh.
that?
What?
Is Chaz actually like that, or is that just you? just
A little
curious
bit
on
of
how
column
this
A, a
works.
little column B.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Confused.
But anyways,
So I run a super
I won a
tight
race.
ship, but if you get, did you guys, can you like give me, I mean, it's like, I saved this whole city and brought it back from hell.
I've got a soul coin.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I'm-
pull out a soul coin from my bag of holding.
And
Yeah.
he puts his hand out, you flip it through
I'm
me.
gonna look at Yorvin.
Yeah.
All right, and flick it to him.
And he goes,
He's
oh.
like the most famous person.
And I go to pull out my hammer, but it's not there.
And he's like,
I
it's
spin
fine,
my
little man.
hand
Check
around.
behind your ear.
I reach
And it's
behind
like
my ear.
In
Pull
your,
out a
it's like
bud.
in the, yeah, it's in it's like behind your ear. It's like literally like up in the top part of your great big bushy beard.
Would True Sight let me see whatever magic that he used to do that?
Yes.
I'm just wondering. Okay.
he
So
just
what would
made
that
it-
look like to me?
He made it invisible, and then he telekinesed it behind his ear.
I'm gonna pretend
What's
I don't
so
see
funny?
anything.
What's so funny, Bo?
Um,
As if you
Nothing.
didn't have bugs in your beard. Oh
No,
wait,
for real
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You guys want a griffin race, but you don't want to race on a griffin. You want to race the
I
griffins.
I was
can we
thinking
can
it
we
would be
race with the
very.
Griffins?
It would be interesting to have, some of your best in the Griffin Riders, uh, and then against some, heroes and maybe some villainous folk in town. We could have a narrative, as it were, and
Mm.
commentators, and you could make laps around
But if
the
there's
great
a narrative, it
statues.
assumes an outcome. That means it's not truly a race.
Well, if then
I
we don't
mean,
do narrative, if
we
that's
never
the
we never
problem.
know how our battles are
Just
going to
messing
end.
with you. Huh?
We never know how our battles are going to end. Maybe
Have
one
you
of
died
us
before?
dies. I have.
Listen,
Awesome.
I just
Yeah.
li- you all the three of you could decide whatever you want to do. I just want an opportunity to race a griffin at my fastest and the griffin's fastest. That's really all I want.
All right. Follow me real quick. And he steps outside. Come here, wing
Just mean
boy.
all of us. Oh,
Yes, sir.
Fly a little
I'm,
bit. Like go as fast as you can.
Uh,
Won't
Am
they
I allowed
attack
to?
him?
Nah, he's fine.
Okay.
that doesn't
okay.
instill me with confidence.
Yeah. And they're just like,
Yeah, he should be fine.
And then I'm assuming there's like a little clearing or whatever where I can stretch out and like let the wings flap a little bit, and then I'm gonna take off and do like fucking laps and go around as quick as I can, but being wary not to go too high because of the warning I was given. But yeah, and I'd be doing like lots of like sharp turns and shit like that, and fucking fishtail down, fucking
Right? He kind of
dexterous shit.
gives you one of these. Come on down. And your
Come
flight speed
down.
is 60 feet, right?
90.
90? He says, yeah, no, you're just faster than them, so I don't know if it'd be much of a race. My fastest griffins couldn't keep up with that. There's no way. Now,
Well,
if
that's
you wanted to
disappointing.
ride on a griffin against other riders,
On one hand, it is. It is.
and you said you wanted griffins too, right? Because I think
That
if
would
you
be
win,
nice.
we might be able to arrange something. One of our
I'll ride a griffin.
one of our there it is. One of our former members, her name is Bella Bronta. Yeah, Karen Bellaranta. Bella Bronta. That's it. Fucking last names are so weird. There's a lot of Bella Brontas that have lived and worked among the Griffin Cavalry for a long time, even before they were a part of the city guard. So, but she's one that just lives kind of near the Ten Towns up north, and she usually comes around during the celebration because she brings us the
Right,
new
right.
clutches and she raises
Um,
griffins. So
It's nice and sad knowing that I'm faster than a griffin because I wanted to see if I was. It's kind of the glide thing. Test your mettle against challenges, whatever.
I
whatever,
just-
yada yada.
listen, man, I'm with
But-
you. I just wanted to give you a challenge. Now, if you
But
ride
no,
one,
that's. I
Great.
appreciate that, and I will take the challenge.
Sure.
I think that's more fitting.
I'm sorry you're
um,
too good.
I'm sorry too. God damn it! And then I'm gonna like get on my knees. I can't believe I'm too fast.
This fucking guy. He says that to both Yorvin and Magdor as he's being he's like, he's so melodramatic. What's wrong with this guy?
He's
Hell,
the
mess with
broody
him,
one
huh?
of the group,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, an alignment shift will make you a little unstable.
I bet
don't-
you
don't
like
recommend it.
that band they play all the time at oh, what's the Adventure Tavern? I used to go there a lot.
Yawning portal.
Yawning Portal. That's where I forgot half my life, was in the dungeon of the Mad Mage. Just don't remember half my life. It's super weird. It's not like one half or like the middle part. It's like a bunch of pieces, and I think it's like half. Anyway, there's this band there that plays called Greenish Day. And a lot of the
And
moody
you're gonna
kids
see.
really like
You're gonna
them.
see. You're gonna see Vol spit on the ground. They came once to Neverwinter. They were dog shit.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. And it's just for what it's worth. It's DAYE. Greenish day. Anyway,
Hey,
yeah,
I'm
no,
a
I think
tree-
I'm a bigger
Initially-
fan.
greenish day.
I'm a bigger fan of the Imagine Dragoons.
Oh, I like those guys. Imagine Dragons these nuts across your face. I can't believe I just got these nuts by Glenn.
I'm so proud. I'm so happy. We could just end stream right here. That'd be good.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
ready.
GG.
I'm blushing so
Dude,
hard.
Elminster just got his ass, bro.
When I read about
And-
Elminster to learn about this guy, it says so
He's
many things.
literally-
A raconteur actor could present himself as fatherly, tricksterly, rake, or any other role of cliche required for a purpose or just to get a reaction. But also, serious, fearsome, arrogant, charming, clever, and good-humored. He is all. He is Elminster. Also, he's
So
quite
do
old.
we-
And big beard. And...
Yeah, old fella.
do we just show up? What's the procedure now?
You want to race? What we'll do is the last day of ceremonies, we do all the reenactments with the illusion
Sure.
battles and stuff.
Sure.
It's a lot of fun. But you know, here's the thing: the people love it, and I think since it's with illusions, we can push it a little bit and do a race beforehand. Throw it into the schedule, and then I like it because the end of the illusion fights and the reenactments can just be like, can turn into a light show as it becomes night. I think that's kind of cool. We'll try it out this year and see if they'll like it. Fuck them if they don't, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'll take care of it. You know, it's gonna be hard to. I will need to train you on riding griffins because I assume you have not.
We have.
We have actually, but not in a manner like this. We've just ridden them for.
It'd be good for
means
you
of
to spend a day or
transportation.
two getting acclimated with the griffin that you're supposed to ride on because they're fickle
please.
sometimes. Ugh. Trudy is the worst. I hope you don't get Trudy.
I want Trudy.
I think she'll be available. She's so fickle.
Okay.
Anyway,
So that's subject 1 done.
yeah, well, we also the matter of who you're going to race. You know what? I'll send some calls out, some birds, and I'll use some
You could ask
teleportation
Jarl
circles.
I'm
I'm sorry, who?
A friend of ours.
How do you know that name?
He's a friend of ours. I just said that.
Yeah, that's
There's no-
I,
there's-
I believe that you
there's no
saved the city
recovering
from
from
hell
this.
before I believe you're friends with Jarlaxle.
Jarl.
There's no
Axel.
recovering from, and I'm looking at your
Because
event.
he
There's
doesn't
no
have
recovering
friends.
from this, is there?
Just keep that in mind.
Like,
he
no,
doesn't
I
have
feel like-
friends. Every person around him is a tool. Just depends on whether or not you're sharp or dull for how long he keeps you around. Just keep that in mind. All
We
right.
have Brandon Race.
Brandon? Who's Brandon?
I think he's a gnome. I'm not actually sure.
I don't know what he is.
He's a magician.
It's a,
Anyway, that's
his-
No,
not
I'll call a
important.
bunch of people. The Bellabrontes will be here, and there's at least 3 or 4 of them that could join in on the race, and we could give it some more publicity too, because a lot of them are famous for things they've done, and maybe it'll become a staple of the festivities.
I have one last question. Can my dragon ride with me on the griffin?
I don't care.
A dragon. That's
You
a
have to
big
ask the
dragon.
griffin that you get to ride. So
Absolutely.
That's
Just wanted to
them,
make
not
sure
me.
that I wouldn't break any rules. Understood.
if anything,
Alright,
it
so
weighs
point
you down.
2.
So your call.
What we gotta do to get some griffin eggs? Just 3 of them.
I think I can talk to Karen. And
I don't want a griffin. If
2
that's
of
why
them,
you're
then.
getting 3.
well, there is. I mean,
Well,
there
fi-
is also
figure
a
it out.
place called the Griffin's Roost. It's a pub down in the Adventurers District, where there's a. You've never heard of that pub? That bar, tavern?
No.
No, yeah, there are a bunch of adventurers who decided they're not always there, but they have
Not
they have
mentally?
griffins. Like where you walk in and there's a long bar and an area for eating and people to play, and then above the bar there's a big opening to a second level where the griffins live, and that you
Do
can
they
like
sell eggs
see.
there?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. I know they have, I think, 3 or 4 that roost there. But that way
Okay, well,
you
wait.
could maybe talk to somebody who, because the city's a little more serious about holding on to the griffins that they get. But when, Bellabrant's here, we can have a conversation with her as well.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I think that'd be
I'm
awesome.
excited for this.
It's a lot of responsibility. They can live for 20, 30 years. And they're much more intelligent than your average beast of burden.
I spent some time reading about griffins.
They'll need time, energy. Big
Majestic
ass,
creatures.
feathery dogs.
Yes.
Did you just grunt full?
Magdor, I'm excited. All right.
Do you enjoy nature, Goliath? Sorry, Vol.
Yes.
Right, Vol.
Either is fine. Yes, I like nature things. Yes.
Are you like a druid?
No.
JK.
I cut things.
And he starts.
My
He
grandmother was
takes a
one.
deep breath of this long, kind of ornate, dark wooded pipe, and when he breathes the smoke of this out, the embers of it glow inside of the pith. I think is what that's called.
Yep.
Oh, why do I know that? Glow in it with like a purplish hue, and then the smoke he breathes out is like when you have like a smoke bomb. It's like thick, like reddish purple smoke, and he just breathes it out, and it smells like a sour warhead. Yeah, really sour candy. I don't know if sour warheads are in Canada, so but yeah, so it's a very interesting aesthetic. And he goes, so is there anything else I can do for you? Because I actually, that you caught me near the end of my morning nap.
Just let me know when you want me, and then I'll make sure I'm here on time.
Why don't you just come by later this afternoon? And get you
Absolutely,
started.
I could do that.
Do you guys want to
sir.
ride griffins too?
Sure.
Huh?
I'm not planning on racing, but
Yeah, it never hurts to learn how to deal with animals, especially exotic ones like griffins. Cool. Well, just come by this afternoon sometime, and I'll probably be around.
Yes, sir.
all right.
Okay.
If not, do ask for Chaz, because he's like the guy that does everything around here.
Oh, I have one of
Delegate.
those.
Chaz.
Mm.
Yes.
Is he kind of an asshole?
Oh no, Chaz is
That's
wonderful.
good.
Just a
Good.
sweet guy. No, he's a nightmare, logistical nightmare. And by logistical nightmare, I mean he's constantly logisticizing, whatever the verb of that is. Cool. I'm gonna go. We'll see you guys later. And when he does that, there's like little puffs of spark and smoke that come up from his fingers. Pew 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 pew. And he walks away.
That's quite a character.
I'm going to the pub.
Yeah, he basically is one of the most powerful wizards.
Oh, okay.
Notice how I didn't.
Cool.
I ended that sentence. One of the most powerful wizards, not in Waterdeep, just period.
And he didn't know
Okay,
who Brandon
that's-
was.
Let's.
Weird. I'm
So
going
what
to
is
the
our
pub.
life right now?
You know,
To the tavern.
I ask myself that
tavern?
every day, and I just
The
nod and
nesting
continue
griffin.
forward.
The Griffin's
Griffin
Roost?
Right, the roosting griffin.
Okay.
The Reading Griffin.
Yeah, let's head that way and see if
In fact, it is like like maybe a 3 or 4 minute walk from the yawning portal in the same kind of bar district that appeals to adventurers. And literally, like, it's the Griffin's Roost. You hear music coming from inside when you're outdoors. There's a big set of windows that span the walls that look outside. A couple horses hitched outside with water troughs, kind of Western style, out front. And an upstairs that very likely used to be rooms, but is very likely now mostly a roost for several griffins.
I'm gonna go right in.
Yeah, you come up to the front, and there's like, he's like, what's the best way? Edward and Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist?
Yep.
There's a giant suit of armor out there, and next to him is a short guy just flipping a knife. And the armor is in front of the door, and the guy with the knife is just sitting there. Blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail, red robe.
Hello.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Can we go in?
What are you standing in front of the door for? Come on. And the armor just goes, okay. And then just shuffles to the side and pushes the door open for you. He makes you feel relatively short, Vol, as he is probably about 9.5 feet tall. Very, very large suit of armor, fully covered. It would appear that this is a giant man.
What's the how's the armor looking? Like what from
Plate.
like, is it plate mail? What's the make
Plate.
of it? Is no, what's a better way to ask that? Is it dwarven
Style?
made? Is it elven made? Is it human made?
It's relatively plain, so it was most likely human, but it is well worn, but of quality.
So as I'm walking by, it's a good set of armor you have there, and I'll enter.
And he
I'm gonna
knocks
run
on
up
he
from
knocks on the
behind.
chest and goes, "Yep," and it sounds completely hollow.
I'm gonna run up behind everybody. Here, you guys, and I'm gonna hand them their weapons. You forgot the key.
That's right.
You could have just. Thank you, Macdor. Thank you.
We were
Very
already
much.
halfway through, and you were talking about something I
Back-
don't even remember.
Macdor, it was
So I took
like
the
a
key
4-minute
and ran.
walk. Why are you out of? Why'd you run? It's not that far, Macdor.
You guys have long legs. I can't run.
Well, it would have just taken you maybe 10 minutes.
And-
Why'd you have to
And
run?
him, I'm gonna point to Yorvin. I don't. Something's up with him. He run fast.
You do run fast now.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
the
can
blessing
fly,
that
and
we
I've
got.
got stubby little legs.
Are you feeling left out of the speed group?
All I'm saying is it's a good thing I can throw my weapons, or else I won't get any hits.
That's fair. Let's find a place to sit.
Yeah,
get
as
some
you
drinks.
enter to the guy at the front, the guy with the dagger says, "Oh, one of the owners is here too. So you should say hi. He's behind the bar tonight."
Oh,
Ooh,
we'll do. And
Go in,
I'll
kinda
find-
tap
Coming
my-
in, and it's pretty.
tap my
it's
feet to the
pretty
music.
bumping, equivalent, like, Neverwinter D&D fantasy version of bumping. It's got a good, like, kind of like a good fast-paced Irish sounding music with the hand drums and like little whistles and stuff like that. That's all mixed in. And it's raucousy where people are kind of like singing and responding, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It looks like all around this room are trappings of this owner's life as an adventurer. So everything from multiple stuffed dragon heads to like just different weapons and pieces of battlefields and stuff like that all over the place. And when you do look behind the bar, which is nearly directly in front of entering, there is a dashing looking, and I say dashing because he is quite handsome, but he looks like he's an air genasi. and his head is shaved on the sides, and he's got like a long flowing mohawk that just kind of like flows all the time. And he's actually flying behind the bar. He's not walking, as he kind of like takes orders and hands things out. And he's moving things with magic and wind, and you can feel a cool breeze move from his direction from time to time as he does things.
Feel like we're back in Gauntle Grim. As I grab somebody's drink and take a swig.
I've never been. As I continue following Magdor.
I go up to the bar. I'll order each us some ale.
Oh, we don't make just ale here. Do you want it infused with the aura of a rose? Or
Yes.
or there's
Or-
multiple. You want the rose? Yeah?
How about the all?
All of them?
Let me
You
try
want
everything.
you want the rainbow? All right. Okay. Let me swap it over to this.
Brings
You
out
guys are in
brings
the
out a
tavern now?
beer flight, and like it has all of
A
them,
sa-
and it's,
a
it's
sampler
on the side of
platter,
it. It's got
please.
Skittles.
Yeah, it's like a flight of beers. Exactly.
Great. So we got a rose infused. We're gonna do. Would you prefer a dwarven ale? I don't want to be racist.
I'll drink anything.
There we go.
It's hard.
All right.
It's hard not to fit into the stereotypes when you're Magno.
A lot of things are flowery, but we do have.
So is mead.
We have. It's a potato rum sort of thing. Fermented potatoes. It's very good, clear. But I've actually infused bits of lightning in the bottle, so it gives it kind of a
All
little bit of a metallic-y bit, but I feel like it kicks in.
I want that.
All right. I call it lightning in a bottle. Not very original, I know, but whatever. And then
What
last but not-
what about Thunderstruck?
Oh, that's really good. I like that a lot. Oh, do I recognize you as he looks at you, Yorfen?
Yeah, I'm Lord Malbrook of the House Malbrook.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm connected in those circles. I'm sorry about your dad. Father, I apologize. Formal, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
He's here to drink it off.
Happens
Make
to us
sure he has
all.
a good time.
Well, why don't we give you a fresh bottle of Thunderstruck on the house? And he goes up and flies up and gets one of the top shelf ones. And then it doesn't have like a label on it per se, but he does kind of emit a bit of very pointed, tiny electricity as he kind of in cursive writes Thunderstruck in the glass without cutting through it all the way. And he says, "The inaugural bottle. It's on me, man.
Thank you.
Cheers to your family and your father. I know he was a good man." But also, anything else we've got, it looks like all three of you are gonna get something on the house, so we want rose-infused ale, yes? For you
If
young...
I'm getting something on the house,
old-
then I think everyone should get something on the
Ah,
And then I like slap 10
cheer.
gold down onto the.
Oh, okay. All right. And he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you're
fuck, he's
giving
gonna make me
everybody
be
something
nice."
free.
And he's like, "Absolutely." And you see that using the ring of telekinesis, you see what spell he does as he kind of swings his hand around, and then everything he does magically is aesthetically wind or lightning or thunder based. Zephyr.
Little
Anyway.
clouds.
Yeah, and so like a bit of kind of like visual wind and clouds wraps around a barrel that gets moved to the middle of the room, and several of the other servers kind of bring up a bunch of tankards and just plop them on top as the bar. Everyone, that's inspiration point, please, for you, Mystic. There, as the tavern is all in your debt at this point for drinks around the house, which is really nice.
And could I get some meat? I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day.
It's pretty basic stuff. We don't have a lot of really nice meat. We just try to be a place of entertainment and relaxation, but it's like meat and cheese platter with some bread. Is that cool?
Better than rations.
We've been on the
Absolutely.
road for a long time, so anything is better than the rations. But please, I'm curious about this. Is this going to shock me? And I'm pointing at the bottle.
A little bit, yeah. You ever took a
pour
sweater
some
off
drink.
too fast?
No.
a garment on your top that
You
was
ever
made
been
of
hit
wool.
by a thunder wave?
Wow.
We've been
He just-
electrocuted.
No.
He just goes "Psst," and buzzes you a little bit on your arm. And he goes like that, but all the way down.
I didn't feel that. Why'd you? Did you just poke me? What was?
He can't feel electricity.
You. Oh man,
He's
I never
immune.
want to fight you then. Just kidding.
I was good at-
because are you immune to lightning damage?
And yeah,
Yep.
lightning and
You still feel it though, as if it was a full shock.
Oh,
That's exciting. Ooh,
Ooh.
I want.
So just like
I wanna
that.
fight. Okay. And I'm gonna.
Alright, pour
like,
some-
Did you say you want to fight
yeah.
me?
No. That would be ill-timed and. It
Sir,
would be
are you
rude of me to
participating
impose
in the
my-
festival?
I'm not
Exactly,
really that
Michael.
martial. So no.
Fortunately.
Could be Marshall
You
versus
have a daughter
Magic.
or a son or a wife with your same
Dolphin.
skills that is, you know,
Wait, why are
Aggressive.
you surprised that you can feel that? I just realized that's weird.
he's immune to lightning and thunder.
Ah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, that doesn't affect me. I could kill a blue dragon with lightning damage.
What?
I've
I
never heard of this.
I do want to fight you.
Is
now.
it a
I
is
may
it a
be
Genasi
the
thing?
only one in the world that can do it. Yeah.
You have some gear, armor that a toy, maybe that helps.
It seems innate.
Yes. And no, it's a two-part equation.
I want to fight
Interesting.
you.
And I would love to have a bout sometime. What's your name?
Festival.
A vole.
Volt. No, we can't fight at the festival. It's all martial stuff.
Right, but we're the
But another
heroes
time.
of El Terrell. They make an exception for us.
You're the heroes of it.
Backdoor.
You guys.
Backdoor. That's not gonna swing everywhere.
And he
Backdoor.
goes,
You
want
gotta
to fight
learn
him
no
to
or not?
control.
gold
Bull.
here, and he
Bull.
pushes the 10 gold back, and he says, "Drinks are on the house
No,
the whole night."
You
Well, no.
you take the gold.
and the crowd blows
You
up,
need
and
the
they
gold.
go, "The heroes of El Terrell!" Woo!
Backdoor work like Griffin riding later. What are you doing?
I'm apparently not anymore. As I take a drink.
Listen. Sorry. I'm Vol. Vol, Storm Striker, Val Nugoni. This is Magdor.
Hero of El Terrell.
Band Iron.
That's a very long name.
Hero of El Terrell.
My name is Zephyr. See how easy that
It's a
is?
pleasure to meet you. I just like to challenge myself, and you seem like somebody I'd like to have a bout with. I don't think it would work out too well in my favor, but it would be fun.
Oh no,
That's
I'll
all I
kick your
meant.
ass, but that's okay.
I can
Magic
tell.
versus Marshall. Easy.
He will kick my ass.
Nah, I mean,
it
well,
will
you
be
know,
fun.
more often than not, I'm used to being able to get away with people because I can fly pretty quickly. But I don't know how fast those wings work.
You guys would fight in the air? Oh, that'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
Faster than a griffin, apparently.
Oh yeah, then you're definitely faster than me.
All right,
It's
let's
why
take a
am I
shot of this.
faster than everybody? And then I'm gonna take a shot.
All right, I'm gonna try to do this joke. I
This
thought
is
about
the
this joke from the
existential
beginning.
dilemma. I'm so
All right.
fast.
I'm gonna try this joke. If it fails, I'm sorry. So Magdor's gonna take his glass. He's gonna take a shot. He's going to go. Ah, God, that was good. Get it? Vodka. That was good. Potato-based drink. Come on.
I
Clint.
got it. It was great.
Oh, I missed the D.
No, there wasn't. That was part of the joke. It was supposed to be grunts like. Vodka. Oh, that was good.
Okay, I dig it. I
All right, never
100%
mind.
dig it.
I'm leaving.
All 6 feet of you.
What the fuck?
To be fair, I turn my camera off every time I stand up too. So
Yeah.
Stand
So,
up.
anyway,
Stand up.
I don't want to stand up. My
Stand up,
shirt's
Brandon.
like I'm in my
Stand up, Brandon.
boxers.
Brandon, stand.
When we take our break, I'll see what it looks like when I stand up.
We all will. Anyway,
Yes.
so yeah, he says, so what brings you to the Griffin's Roost for the first time, I may add? We've been here for several years.
Oh.
Surprise.
Right, we want griffins. Or he and I
before
do.
before we get to that, we're not based out of Waterdeep. Just our friend Yurven here. We were in Neverwinter for the most.
Oh, I was strongly implying that towards him, not you guys.
I understood the slight. I just wanted to explain ourselves and give him some time to think of a response.
You guys hanging out in
but we
Baldur's
are-
Gate? Where are you based out of?
As of right now, fucking everywhere, honestly, because we've been
We-
running
we've
around
got a
for the
keep.
last.
Oh yeah.
It's like
We were in
haunted or
Avernus.
something.
Keeps
Oh, haunted
haunted.
places are fun. Hard to deal with though sometimes because they're like on the ethereal plane, and you're like, oh no.
We've got a horse
and
that
then
can
I'm
go
gonna
to the
point at my
ethereal
eyes.
plane.
You have true sight too.
That came along with the sword.
The sword
A
of Zariel.
sword. You have. Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, we're the heroes of Alterael. You should know what's
feel-
going on.
I feel like at this point we finally found somebody who could relate to the stupid shit that we've done.
Right, it looks like he
Um,
killed dragons and Hydra.
Oh, Minster
Now
has
to be
done
fair,
everything that we've done times 10.
Yeah, but this pub's only here for about a month every year, so caught us at a
What?
good time.
Oh,
Oh, we're not from this plane, so we only have enough magic stored up to keep it here for about a year at a time, or a month every year. So, in a we've been here for about 7 or 8 days now. But
So you're
normally
here for
it's
the
just
festival.
it's a vacant place, and we just come here.
huh.
Why have I never heard of you before?
I mean, it's the last couple of years, so if you've been out adventuring and stuff, then it makes sense that you wouldn't have heard of us.
And if they come during the festival, isn't that a big deal? You'd hear more about the
Yeah.
festival and going
Well,
on.
there's a
than
lot of traveling
the magical
salesmen and artisans that come
portal.
in.
You're like a dick, though. You know?
No. I'm happy to have
I
you.
mean, his first task is Lord of. Are you Lord of
Lord
Waterdeep?
Malbrook.
Lord Malbrook. Okay.
well,
you
interestingly
could be.
enough, I heard about your father when I got here, but if you ever want to come back in our plane, I guess it's a timeline more than it's a plane. Yeah. Your dad's
Listen,
not
I
dead.
just-
No, he's.
I just
under
got done
control.
understanding the difference between devils and demons and Avernus and different
Oh,
planes.
there's
'cause
so
I
much more to the world, man.
And then now you're.
Go to the Feywild. Have fun there. It's trippy as hell.
We had a friend from the Feywild. He was
Yeah?
weird. Didn't know how to use doors.
Was he a water weird?
No,
No,
not the
he was a
technical
minotaur.
term. He was odd.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, no. If you ever wanted to go back, I mean, you'd have to stay for like a year, but like, you could see your dad.
But you said it's a
Talk to him.
timeline. It's a year. Is it really a year?
Yeah. We that's kind of the trade. We're able to be here for a month, but we didn't want to create any paradoxes. So I guess that would
Right,
be
but
the
if-
thing is you can't like see yourself. So never mind. It's probably not a good idea for you to come.
Probably not a good idea for multiple reasons.
I-
So
oh,
tell us
I
about.
kinda
But I
wanna
could like
go.
send him a letter, or he could bring like a magic mouth message to you. It's a lot.
So tell us about raising griffins.
Well, I learned from Karen. There was a time back in the day. You remember when all the giants went fucking crazy?
Yeah.
I
he
assume that
had-
happened here too. You did that?
He didn't cause it. He dealt
Wait.
with it.
Yeah. The ordning was Sunday.
Wait.
Blah 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 blah.
No. You're talking about something else. We just dealt with a rogue ice giant tribe. You're talking about something else entirely, aren't you?
Oh, I'm talking about years ago, like 2 or 3 years
Oh.
ago. Giants are always causing trouble, but like there was like a whole thing
Anyways.
with them attacking everywhere because their order was broken. We dealt with that. Part of it was that we dealt with this lady named Karen who used to be a griffin rider. She raises griffins for the cavalry now up north, and we were able to barter a bit, and that's where we got our griffins. So
Do you have any eggs?
I don't. Unfortunately, all of ours are female. We could.
Okay.
I mean, but I think the gestation period's like 7 or 8 months or some shit. It's crazy.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry.
if you're
Don't
interested in
mind
it,
him.
maybe go see Elminster. I think he's pretty knowledgeable about that stuff. I mean, they made him the captain of the
He sent us
Griffin
this
Riders.
way.
Yeah, he sent us this way because
Oh,
we're
he probably
gonna be.
city stuff. Yeah, I know. He's
Well,
Interesting.
no, we're racing, and we'll be in the Griffin race. So
they're having a Griffin race as part of the
well, now they are because I wanted to race a Griffin, but then he's like, "Oh, you're faster
because
than
of
one,"
the
and then I was sad.
heroes of El Terrell.
Yorvan's like uncomfortable. Like, just please let me drink my beer.
My bad.
Anyways, there's gonna be a Griffin race.
That's awesome.
We'll have a chance to talk to Karen, complicated last name lady later.
Yeah, Karen has a fun last name. Yeah, the Bellabrontes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of legendary family, so we're among the Griffin cavalry. So yeah, no, we're I think that would be. We can bout sometime, preferably on a weekday, because that's
That means
when the
something to me,
bars.
sure.
Huh?
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
At
Just
your
'cause
convenience, sir.
The bar starts
just-
picking up around now-ish, and so if we can do it before now. I'm here. I might as well work.
Right. Well, thank you for entertaining us.
You're not gonna stay for the night? All drinks for
Well-
the rest of the night are for you for free. For the heroes of
Well-
El Terrell!
I've got some Griffin training, but I'll come back after that.
Oh,
Magdor
awesome.
will definitely be here. Yes.
I mean, you're gonna have to drink a little bit to hang out around Elminster, because the guy smells like piss, so.
I mean, so do I.
You're not
You
half
get
as bad
used
as
to it.
him. Remember, I own a pub. Kind of comes with the territory. But yeah, cool. Let's party. And he's like been ignoring the whole bar to talk to you guys this whole time, so he continues.
Well, I mean,
back over.
I imagine, not to tell your story, Glenn, but I imagine because he does all of that with magic, he's been doing
just kind
that
of been-
fucking the whole time. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's what he's been doing, but now he's focusing on it so he can actually
Yeah.
talk to them and take their money and shit.
People receiving like half-empty drinks, some spilled all over.
Magdor reaches up and grabs one as it's flying through the air and drinks it.
Yep.
And I'm down to just chill, in
Yeah,
the
unless-
spot. Like,
Oh, and one thing you see, actually, all of you, what are your passive perceptions real fast?
21.
28.
Jesus Christ.
13?
Yeah.
I'd say
28.
okay. I'd say it'd be 23 because I wouldn't have my shield with me. So 23.
Fair. So 23, you do notice, up on the roost, the griffins are over
Click,
there
click,
because what they've done is they've put up like basically not a grate, but there's like a couple lines of metal that run across the opening up there, and they put meat on it, so when the griffins come in, they'll eat like over the bar. And you see them a couple times, and several times you see like a person up there wiping up. But when you see them, their flesh is kind of rotting off their face a little bit, but they still have some flesh. And they're just like, cleaning the rails up there. Yeah.
That's a zombie.
Yeah. I killed him.
Where?
You know the spell
What,
Finger of Death? Yeah, he attacked me. He was actually a part of an Uthgard tribe that attacked us mid-air while I was actually riding my griffin. And I killed him. And he became a zombie. And now he cleans their shit.
You're kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
What?
You'll get there too. And when he does it, it's like sparks again. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, God damn it. One of those. You two, unless you want to join or go anywhere, the two of you continue drinking. I'll go do my thing and come back.
I mean, I'm gonna go too after I'm done drinking. He said
You-
later tonight.
I'm fine. I'm fine staying.
Yeah, he said in the afternoon, first of all, which it is. So I'm gonna go ahead back door. You keep having fun. I don't think you'll be allowed to ride in this condition.
I mean, I can always come back afterwards.
Sure.
All right, let's go. And I'm gonna grab 2 mugs as we walk out. We'll be
Bring
back.
those back.
All right, I'll drink both of them, set them down, and walk out.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I need you to make a con saving throw.
Is it poison?
Because it gets poisoned.
It is a vintage, but it is very strong.
This die rolls like shit.
18.
18. Oh, you're so drunk. Not like blackout drunk, but you are well into it. This is some of the hardest ale you've ever had.
So is your Red Griffin's full?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna kind of like I'm gonna use my wing, like ends of my wing, to kind of like, as
Keep
we're
him up.
walking out. Well, keep him up, but then also kind of slowly, without like, so that he can't see properly, because it's gonna be my wing, me, and then Magdor in between. Kind of turn us back around to the bar and lead him into the bar, and then I'll just turn back around and go on my own.
Yeah, so you make a wisdom saving throw, Magdor, but you have disadvantage because you're intoxicated now.
I know I had to decide what would happen. That's fine too. Oh no, 26.
26.
Jesus Christ!
I rolled a
is-
20 and an 18.
This is not the Griffin place.
Wait, the wrong Griffin's full. I'm gonna run back out and chase after him and fall probably, and then get up and chase after him
I'm
again.
gonna run
Wait,
fast.
come back.
And your little stubby legs can't keep up, and you find. Wait, what do you do, Yorven, when all this is happening? Are you just sitting at the bar?
Yeah, I'm literally like beat up, like chilling out, just watching them, like.
Look at these assholes.
Yeah. We
Imagine they
saved
have
an
like
entire
outside
city.
patio that Yorvin's just watching everything.
Yeah.
We defeated a god, basically.
Converted a
That's,
god.
City from
Like,
hell.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so you watch this happen. You see him fall face first in the ground. Let's see if it's wet. It is. You fall into a puddle, Magdor.
That's fine.
and
I'm always wet
The
anyway.
mud in the water is gone. That's awesome. And by the time you were able to get the mud and water out of your eyes, probably about 30, 40 feet outside of this tavern, he's gone.
Ooh, I'm
Bull
gonna
is
roll
gone.
to see if I get lost.
Oh, you're right in front of the bar. Like, it's like.
Oh, Magdor's
if
gonna
you
keep
do
going.
This, that's the
No,
bar.
Magdor's going to keep going.
Oh, you're gonna get up and wipe it out and then just keep running?
Yep.
He wants to ride.
All
What
right.
would that be?
He
Would
wants
that
to
be
ride.
intelligence or wisdom?
I think it's probably wisdom because you it's a little.
All right.
We'll do a wisdom save. Because it's
All right, and I'll roll with
perception
disadvantage
mixed with
again.
kind of like logic and insight.
16.
16. You find your way there, but
I
it
just-
just takes like 45 minutes when it would normally take
Oh, damn.
10. So it's like
Oh,
if
damn.
it's like here to here, you go. It's
like when you go out drinking with your buds, and then the one person just disappears for most of the night,
Yeah.
and you have no
And
idea where
so-
they went. They just show up later, and like, oh, it was just there.
And so we're gonna do Vol's thing because Yorven, you were chilling at the bar, right? Love it. Zephyr does like to hear stories of your. He encourages you to chat about your dad if you're willing. He loves to hear, but he's also very familiar with the grief process, so he knows that it's healthy to talk about these people, in adoration and adulation and all that jazz. But yeah, so that goes on, and he really does seem to kind of keep his eye on the end of the bar always, understanding that, both you are a party that saved El Terrell, you fucking just lost your dad. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so Vol, you get to the castle, and he's like, "Hello, sir. Welcome."
Good afternoon. I'm here to get a writing lesson from Elminster or Chaz, either one.
So do you have a note or something?
You're gonna have to take my word for it. I will give you my weapons. I was just here this morning with Lord Malbrook. I'm not sure if you remember that.
You
and
were
I'll
here
tell him,
with
like,
Malbrook. I mean, if you were here with
Yes,
him,
this
it'd be
morning.
no problem. But only lords and the like can show up without an appointment or proof of said appointment.
I mean, you've met Elminster. He said show up later this afternoon, and
A few
he
times, but he
finger
doesn't
gunned
command my
away.
regiment.
Is there any way you can send somebody to go check? I mean, I can go back and get
Why don't we do
something.
that?
That's fine.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Apologize. It's just kind of an old request to speak with the captain
No,
of the
unders-
cavalry guard.
Understood. I'm new to Waterdeep, and all of this is just happening. So,
I'm new. I don't know what's new. He doesn't say that. I just did that.
I was just gonna say, is he mocking you?
And so he kind of goes in through the gate, and you see another guard come out the opposite side and head towards the office building, and it's kind of a and he does kind of pop the door on the door and says, "Just a moment, sir. Just gotta wait for word." Shuts it.
yeah,
and,
not a problem.
Yeah, a few minutes
okay.
go by, and eventually you see somebody come back, and they're running. They're running. You can see them running across the yard towards the gatehouse, as from the top, you see a griffin shoot out with Elminster on it. He's like, "The fuck do you keep him waiting for?" He flies down and lands on the other side, on the side with you. And he's like, "Look, he knows me. Does he have his note? No? Let him in." Oh, wait. Fuck it. Hop on the griffin. Hops on the griffin.
Okay.
I need you to make a con saving throw.
Because he
A
stinks like
6.
piss.
6. He stinks, man. He stinks. To a point where you have to cover your nose or you will pass out. Good man. You take a deep breath and he flies up and he's
If
like,
you hold your breath for like
fucking
forever
idiots. Yeah, good con score.
now.
Sorry, I've got bugs in my house. Bugs!
Sorry.
He he flies up and he's like, "Fucking idiots. I told them to be expecting you. Tall ass guy, silver eyes. He should be fine. Easy to spot." Nobody listens. Give me 1 second.
You can hold your breath for 1 minute for every con point, I think.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
1 plus your con mod. It's 1 plus. So
20 minutes, damn.
no, con
for-
modifier.
No, modifier.
Oh, modifier.
3 minutes.
Yeah, so 1. If you have a +3, you can hold it for 4 minutes.
So 6 minutes.
Similarly, if you don't have a chance to take a breath, it's an amount of rounds equal to 1 plus your con mod. So it helps you no matter what. So if you're like shoved underwater unexpectedly, you don't have a chance to go. Anyway, cool. So there it is. Yeah, and you land in front of this. You land in the top of the roost, and the griffin that he rode up on. You swear to God, because like they all have this like kind of darker front, usually very hawk-like coloration. You swear the feathers on this guy in the browner areas looks almost like autumn leaves. It's that kind of varying shades of orange and brown. And similarly, there is like the white feathers, the white plumage on this creature. You swear to God, it's fucking silver. It's so white and luminescent and shiny. It might as well look like metal.
Right.
And he's huge. This is a giant griffin, and he hops off, and he's like, "Yeah, that's my boy. So we need to teach you how to ride a griffin. You said you wanted, what's her fucking face? That annoying one,
Tracy.
Trudy.
Trudy.
Rudy.
Awesome.
Yes, you said she was difficult to work with.
Yeah.
Fickle, I believe, is the word you used.
Yeah. How do you guys spell griffin?
Griffin.
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 And we're all wrong. It's Griffon.
O-N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also seen things where they do Gryphon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's it.
Anyway, so
That's the great thing about old words like that,
Right?
is that we can spell it however the fuck we want.
yeah, words are all made up at the beginning. Anyway, so yeah, you
All
you
words
can
are
see
made
around
up.
you. It's kind of like it's circular, ever so geometric, but almost perfectly circular because each one is a stall. There's probably like 50 or 60 lining the edge of this giant circular area with several because it's kind of like they have shutters basically that open up.
Yep.
And they can close them to keep them from going out, open them to let them be able to fly in and out without rain or any sort of precipitation getting down inside of it. And he says, "There she is." And there's like 3 guards like struggling against a griffin who is, by all respects, kind of stringy, but still quite wily, as she's like snapping at them and pulling them around. And they get in front of you, and he's like, "All right, boys, leave her." And she kind of like caws out, and he says, "Hush," and she just stops. And he says, "So, oh, we're not at a pub right now. I just realized that we have pub sounds." Apparently, Castler is not a word. Let's just do. Wait, there's probably just outdoor.
Water deep.
There you go. Yeah, back to a blustery autumn day. Cool. Yeah, and so, yeah, he says, "So, hop on, let's go," and he just hops on his
Okay.
griffin and flies out. He
Um,
just says, "Follow me."
I'm gonna approach Trudy the way that we were taught to do when we took the griffins from Candlekeep to
Mhm.
the fucking tower or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna try and approach Trudy like that with that same form of like, let me approach her.
All right, so go ahead and give me an animal handling check, and we're gonna give you a +2 modifier for the equivalent of half cover for your knowledge of griffins.
Question. So
Mhm.
when he came to fetch me because he was upset that they were keeping me waiting, does that mean that I didn't put my weapon away?
Nope.
I didn't store so I have it on me. So I have my frost rune on my sword, so I have advantage on animal handling checks.
Okay. With your normal check ability modifiers +2.
31.
Awesome. Trudy, who was previously and is still kind of sneering as you approach at the other guards that had walked her up, looks at you. And how did you approach her physically again? Go ahead and narrate that to me.
I'd probably like openly present myself to her first, and then kind of just wait, probably with one hand out.
Okay.
Um,
And as a part of that, you're not meant to make direct eye contact. You're supposed to look away, almost fully, like at a 90-degree angle. So to an extent, you're opening yourself up in all ways to let them know that you're not a threat. The downside being that if it thinks you are, you have very little time to react if it gets pissed.
Yep.
But you just feel in your open, outstretched hand the top of the horn of the beak rested into your hand as a sign of respect, mostly from griffins, not necessarily subjugation, but
Right.
respect,
Yeah.
a mutual thing. And from that point on, you know that she's pretty much good with you.
Give a little like quick ear scritch and then hop on and then follow him.
And the guys are just like,
That's why you love nature, boys. As I fly away.
you fly away. Go ahead and make another animal handling check, and we are going to give you advantage on this one. I guess you already have an advantage, don't you?
31.
Fucking A, man. You're killing it. So you fly out, like, do like a quick spin and like a dive, and you see Elminster and the griffin, which he would have told you that whose name is Aegeon, down on the ground. And Aegeon's like laying on his back, like a buffalo-sized dog with,
Bird.
bird
thing.
lion thing, just, and he's like laying against Aegeon, who's just sitting there. And he kind of gives you the wave down, and you land with Trudy, but very deftly. And damn, dude. So basically, how this is gonna work is you already
He's
have
the
a
best
knowledge
goddamn bird in the stable.
for real, but you've got an understanding, a basic understanding from previous experiences of dealing with griffins. Okay. If you can succeed on all the checks today, effectively you will have training with griffins. In dealing with them, handling them, riding them, you will be proficient in any checks that have to do with that. But it has to be all of them, otherwise you're gonna have to spend more time, is all that is.
Right,
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yep.
So basically insert training montage, and we are going to, as Elminster in his own way spends the rest of the afternoon well into the evening working with you, because obviously working with a flight and an animal that flies in the dark is almost more important than doing it during the day, because it's a lot easier. And this is something that I learned pretty recently about mounted animals, things like horses and stuff that you ride, is that there is a genuine synergy that has to take place, a mirroring almost, and an immediate response from the rider to the ridden, to make sure that there's a constant communication and no uncomfortability and stuff like that. And so what we're going to do is just, during this time, you're learning how to make that connection with a griffin. So during that time, it wouldn't just be Trudy. You would just start with Trudy. That was kind of a meme, is what he did there. He's like, oh, you want Trudy? Let's go. But giving you experience on different griffins, finishing off with Aegeon, because he is kind of the hardest to please, even
Like
more
the
so than
boss.
Trudy. Yeah, he's definitely the alpha. So let's start rolling those checks. And so you have advantage on your checks. We have 8 more checks. So we're just going to see
Okay.
how well they do, how well you do.
Next one coming in. Another 31. So just
Okay.
besides the advantage, I have a plus 13 to animal handling for anybody
Cool.
curious. So I've rolled 2 18s now so far.
All
Okay,
right.
fourth one coming in. 32. That's a 19.
Jeez Louise.
That's-
So we haven't below
Without
a
that plus
30
2
yet.
from the first one. Without that plus 2 from the first one, it's gone 29, 31, 31, 32.
Okay,
fifth one
let's
coming
keep it
in.
rolling.
Eesh, 24.
Okay.
Wow, yeah, so bad.
So bad.
24, dude.
Just ass.
Fuck. Failure.
A 20 in anything is like Einstein
Yeah.
level intelligence or ability or Olympian athletics, but a 24,
Yeah.
25. A
Okay.
little bit better. I think that was number 6. Number 7. 24 again.
Okay.
7. Ooh, it's getting a little dicey. Come on. There we go.
Dicey.
Back again. 31.
Dicey.
Yeah.
Here we go.
My lowest one so far, 22.
Okay.
And was that number 9?
You only need.
Yep, one more.
That was number 9.
Hit me with that crit, baby. Ooh, 22.
So after a solid, because I mean, you came back over in the afternoon, so we'll say it was 1 or 2, and you're there until 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And over those next, what is that, 7 or 8 hours, 8 or 9 hours?
Yeah.
You trained with probably 10 or so different griffins, learning maneuvers. Obviously, he doesn't teach you commands that they use within the Griffin cavalry, because you're not a Griffin rider, but basic commands that they would understand, learning how to teach them the commands. At the end of it, he does say, this might be the fastest I've ever seen anyone other than me pick this up. And you have proficiency in griffins. Now, this is handling and riding. Now, when it comes to other things involving griffins,
Rearing is a whole other thing,
breeding
yeah.
and rearing, that would take some more time.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
And it's only like a partial proficiency bonus because it's pretty limited, But and he does say, that there is an open recruitment after the end of the ceremonies for the Griffin Cavalry, right?
I'm aware, and I feel like I probably already am a shoo-in. No offense.
I mean, I kind of
not offense, but like not to be too arrogant. I feel like I probably.
And he goes, and he just slaps you, and he says, "Be arrogant. Sometimes it's merited. You are truly good at this. You would be a shoo-in. Don't be ashamed of that. Get that out of your head."
Not so much as ashamed. This is not my place.
Maybe it's just me, but it feels like there's a little shame in it when you don't want it recognized. You are talented. You're very good. You're hardworking. I would welcome you happily into the Griffin Riders. So yes,
Thank you.
You are a shoo-in, if you choose that. Maybe you can take over for Chaz. He's kind of jerk.
I think you and Chaz need some time to reconcile, and spend more time together.
Listen,
And work.
he's so lucky at Dragon Dice. It makes me so mad. And I can't use any magic because we have to have a magic field up, an anti-magic field, so you can't do anything. Stupid. Fucking
Well,
Chaz.
it's not my style. But if it comes down to more of a personal vendetta where money is not on the line, loaded die just to mess with him.
Oh, aren't those magic though?
No, if you want, Magdor could probably make you
No,
some. They're just
loaded
weighted
dice.
differently.
No, you think of a number and it becomes the number. That's magic.
Well, those exist, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about actually physically loaded die where the weight's a little bit off, so they just land differently. Yeah.
Oh, old school. I like it.
Old school.
Sometimes
they're
the
gonna
simple
throw
solution is
magic
the
in-
good one.
That's all it is sometimes.
I like it. Who is that? Who can help me with that?
The dwarf that was with us when we first
Oh, no
came
one
in.
ever told me his name. He just like waddled back in and snagged your items and was like, "Oh, see you guys later. Thanks for the show." I don't even know what he said half the time.
I feel like he was following me though.
And he's like, "Oh yes, 40 minutes." So let's cut back to 40 minutes later from the moment you left the bar. Magdor, you are destitute. You cannot find this place. And then
But I did find it.
this guy behind you says, "Sir, can I help you?"
I'm looking for the Griffin Gar. Chaz.
We met
Chad.
earlier today. This
Oh.
is the castle where the Griffin Riders are.
Oh, I didn't know I had made it finally.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you like plastered or something?
You like
I'm a
plastic?
dwarf.
Because I can taste it from here.
Are you being racist?
No, you just look really
Just because I'm a
drunk.
dwarf.
You've got mud everywhere, and
I've
you're
fallen
wandering
a
around
few
the street.
times.
So, you wish to see whom?
The Griffin guy. We have a meeting.
Elminster.
Yes, Element.
I believe he's busy. He has an appointment with somebody, but I can let you know when they're done.
Right, he had an appointment with us. Me and Vol. Vol should have gotten here a few minutes ago.
There was one fellow I was supposed to be looking for.
A big
Listen, I'll
lord
let
with
you know
wings.
when they're done. Why don't you come in the office and sit down and have
Do
have a
you
bit
know
of
who
bread?
I am? I'm the hero of Elturel.
Very, very good. Why doesn't the hero of El Torel come and enjoy a drink with the guards in the guard shack,
okay.
and we'll wait until his appointment's over?
Okay.
All right. Sounds good to me.
And that's you just drink. You drink.
Hey,
And
I'm drinking. I'm drinking, Glenn.
and so eventually you finish, Vol, and one of the guys comes up and says, his friend's been here for like
5
hours.
8 hours.
And he's
Oh.
basically blacked out. I don't really know.
I'll. He's fine. Probably he's just super drunk.
He's
You'll be-
wandering around.
you-
He's
you-
been calling. He's inside of his hole now, and he keeps laughing and giggling inside about how he's fingering himself in his hole. I don't want to look in.
It's he's probably working on his arm. You see, he's got a metal arm that he works on every night. Just take me to him.
Okay, come this way, sir. And Elminster says, I got the thing. We're good. It's happening, like I said, and we got quite a few, some retired, some more famous retired Griffin riders, and some other people that are gonna be a part of the race. And there's a good chance that I'll at least let you be able to speak with some people that have breeding ability.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you. It's
Cool.
been an honor.
Absolutely. The honor is mine. Go in peace, young student. Anyway, I need to go smoke.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he,
okay, yeah. That was weird. And then
Yeah.
followed the guard.
Yeah. All right, you follow the guard back, and you see Magdor. You see Magdor's hole. All of the chairs in the room, because it's a guardhouse. It's not that big. A bunch of chairs in the room have been pushed to the edge, and the hole is on the floor, with like a table kind of like lilting lazily, like almost about to fall inside. And you hear
Yeah, that
Magdor
table's gonna
laughing down,
drive-
down in there.
Well, crazy. He's gonna go and pull the table. Magdor.
God told me I put my hole out, so I had to put my hole out.
All right, time to go, Magdor. We're gonna go back to the bar.
Inspiration point, Brandon.
We gotta drive Griffins.
No, well, actually, all the Griffins are sleeping right now.
Oh
We
man.
got here too late. They're all sleeping, and so we have to come back in the morning,
How
bright and early. That's the only time, like before the sun's even out.
I'll be ready. Oh, before the sun.
But
We
we're
only been
gonna
like
go back to the
forges
bar
before
first.
the sun. All right, let's.
We're, yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna help him out of the hole if it's on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Thank you for.
no.
Thank you for letting me move that forward a little bit. I didn't want to assume too much, but that felt like
No.
a logical Magdor thing.
I throw my arm at you. Help me up.
Give me a hand.
Oh shit! I'll just let it go wherever it goes and ask him for his hand.
It
I'm
hits one of the
curious.
guards, and they're like, "Fucking, why is this arm? It's made of metal."
Grab my arm. I want to try something.
And the guy hands the arm to you, Vol.
I'll take
Hold it
the arm.
out. And I'm going to hold
hold-
up my stub, my elbow, and like let it attach.
I'll.
All right,
I won't
pull.
hold on to it tightly. Okay, and then I pull.
Does it pull me up or does it collapse?
Hmm.
A strong arm.
All right. That's
Ah,
magic.
I'm folding up my
That's what I was
hole.
trying to
I
say.
fall in, pulls me out again, fold up the rest of my hole.
Up you go.
All right, back to
Hup,
the
Hup,
Griffins.
hup.
Roost. Is that what it's called? Did I get it right?
Yes. That's.
Got a name right.
I'm gonna look to the
I
guard.
feel like
Where's
I wish I had a confetti animation
What
to
did
put
you
on
do with
stream where it's, he got
Magdor?
a name right.
Where's Magdor? What did you know?
I'm right,
Yeah,
I'm
the
right
Griffin's
here,
Roost.
Paul.
The Griffin's
All
Roost.
right.
Let's go.
All right,
Thank you.
I'll never
Thank
forget
you,
the name of a
gentlemen,
tavern.
for. Yeah, that's fair. Thank you, gentlemen, for. Yep. Here's some, and I'm gonna like put a little. Wait, do I even have money to give out? I do. I'm gonna put like 20 gold on like a little side table as
Yeah.
I'm walking out. Thank you.
All of the guards except for the one that you were talking to are passed out because Magdor is still functioning, but he drank all of them under the table.
We've been drinking games and we played dice. I won
You're drinking.
5
you can't drink.
silver.
You can't drink the gays, Magdor. That's unethical.
That's sexist. What? What'd you say?
So,
What?
you said
so
we've
what
been
about
drinking
if they want
gays
the
and
guys? What?
Magdor, you
Let's
you
go to
had.
the bar.
Let's go to the bar, Magdor.
All right, so you make your way there, guiding Magdor as you go to the Griffin's Roost, which is now fucking bumping. It's pretty full. The
What
guys
did
up
you
front
even do while
recognize
we
you.
were gone?
I'm
Yeah.
using my best singing voice at the table, singing old like war tales of like things that I've never done, but it's like those common our songs. You know what I mean?
The band that was performing heard you and
Yeah.
invited you up on stage to sing with them as they play along, and the whole bar has joined in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They're bumping.
Yep.
And I make
Sing
some
us.
of the lyrics a little more dirty than they should be, and I kind of like throw it in there.
I just
and,
imagine that scene in The Hobbit where the dwarves are all
Yeah,
drinking in The Hobbit.
exactly.
That's sort of okay. Cool. I love it.
Exactly. And then I freaking see the guys. I'm like, oh, my friends. And then
Ah!
I'm pretty fucked up.
The heroes of Neverwinter.
No, we're the heroes of Elturel, not Neverwinter.
Right,
I take it back.
Elturel. Woo!
Got to fall a little bit.
I mean, we did kind of
Also-
clear you guys out of a
Little
cult, but
bits.
Sorry.
Little bit.
We slayed the cults of the dead three in Baldur's Gate. Vol's just gonna like.
We tricked the dragon
There's
to go
a-
into a
there's a
time rift, and we don't
pause.
know the consequence of our actions.
Is that not how?
Nobody's gonna remember this night. I mean, they'll remember it in a good way, but nothing specific enough that they'll be like, "I remember when they talked about that."
We get kidnapped. So, what happened with that dragon? We heard you stopped a cult.
Yeah. Is that just not cool anymore? Like you have a problem with this stuff?
The heroes of
Okay. Yeah, the night goes off. Beastly awesome fun. What do you guys do at
Alright.
the end of the night when closing time rolls around?
Closing time.
Yeah, we all sing that song exactly.
As we're
That's
all
literally
cleaning
what I
up.
was going to say.
I mean, you may
Um,
sing the song, but Zephyr's like, "You gotta go."
Yep. I'm probably chaperoning the two of them, each one in each wing, as I'm trying to like guide them back to Malbrook Manor or whatever.
How strong are your wings? Or sorry. Oh, how strong are your wings? Can I
There's
sit in it?
taxis. There's cabs. Don't worry.
I want
Well,
to sit in
well,
this
let's-
wing. It's like being cradled by cotton.
Let's just walk a little. It's cool night. You know, it's been Yeah, we've had some fun. It's been hot. It's been rowdy.
I need to
Let's just
pee.
walk it off.
It has been a good night.
There's an alley over there, Magdor.
Or I can go piss in the alley. Come back.
No, you
For what
don't.
it's
Reminds
worth.
me of-
Oh,
You just turn around and start peeing, thinking you're
Yeah.
in the alley.
Oh, sorry, I got a
It's-
little on your wing.
Public indecency, Magdor. You could get arrested for that.
You can get me out of any jail.
Don't
And one of the
abuse your
one of
privilege.
the guards that's walking through walks up and says, "Oi, what are you doing?
If I
Lord
see him
Malbrook,
quick enough,
just,
I'll
you
use
know-
my wing
Hey.
to hide him.
Isn't
I
that
have
the
my
hero
sigil
of
ring."
Neverwinter?
No,
Hero
it's
of
not
Neverwinter!
One of the heroes of
Elthariel! And they just go, and they go, stop up and finish real quick, but don't do it again tonight or I'll get in trouble. And they just
It's
pat
3
you
in
on
the
the top of the
morning.
head and
Why are
go,
you yelling?
From the
It's-
from
otherwise
from
you couldn't hear us from all the heroism in your ears.
I've never done drugs like that.
the
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. We'll be wrapping up here. We're moving on.
Only booze for this dwarf.
Cool. Awesome. So you guys
I-
make your way
I-
back
I
to
s-
Malwork Manor?
Yeah, on the way, I'm like kind of drunk, and I'm just, cobblestone, like kind of stumbling on the cobblestones, leaning on Vol, and I'm like, guys, my dad's dead.
I thought he was just taken to hell.
Yeah,
Isn't he like serving kind of like how I would?
you know,
Technically, you are correct. You are
we
very-
haven't had a lot of free time recently, and having free time really, you really start thinking about all the shit that you've done. I killed your
Pulled
horse,
into.
man.
Yeah. Yes, and I forgive you, and I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder reassuringly, like.
I
there's
know,
some
but I
strength to that.
did it though,
Right, but you
You-
didn't know it was gonna be his horse. You were just trying to kill a
And-
vole.
Yeah, you weren't just you.
We fought like hellish abominations for weeks on end. There was no night there.
No.
It was even the
Oh,
rest was not
shit.
very comfortable.
I forgot something very important. I'm going to pull Vol's wing closer to me. You know,
Isn't it the-
I'm starting to feel
Isn't it
like
the
these
opposite? Isn't it
open
daylight?
spaces. It's agoraphobia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like these spaces are just too big after that. There's just too much.
I'm very happy we're no longer in hell.
Yovin, do you want to wish your dad back?
I don't know, man.
Just whatever you choose to do, Yorvin will support you. But as we were discussing earlier, you'll have to be careful with the spell such as wish.
Yeah.
Wishing for your
Right.
father back. What other
You
effects
might-
it could have.
If you wish him back, you might come back in his hell form. As a demon. A devil.
That, or we might lose you because then that contract never existed to protect you from your biological father.
The
I
gods
mean,
are
I
fickle.
could get the particulars right. I'm just worried about what he think, you know?
You can
He
use the other
lived
wish
his
to ask
entire
him.
life in this contract, knowing that it was going to happen. He treated me like his own son.
You
He
were.
treat. I am. You're right. I am.
You are.
Wouldn't that?
I
I don't know.
I don't think your father could have ever planned for you to come across a blade that would grant you wishes. I don't think there's no accounting for that in any lifetime.
I suppose that's true.
um, and to spend one of the two charges on just him, sure, it could undo a lot of the work and maybe invalidate some of his feelings, make him feel conflicted, but I would be honored. You know this dagger, and I'm gonna pull out the dagger um, that I got way back when. This dagger apparently was forged using a part of the soul of the prince of the elemental plane of fire.
Inspiration
Um,
point if you can remember his name.
fuck no.
Ifrit.
Um,
Close. Let's start with an I. Is Ifrit in Final Fantasy
Igneous.
X?
It's
Yes.
in all of them. Igneous.
Imix.
um, Imix. And we had to recover the gem that is on this hilt now, but it wasn't before that gave me access to the true resurrection spell. But casting that spell um, removed the power from the blade.
Right. Can we wish for a true resurrection spell? Is your dad's body still here?
I mean, we could just wish him back.
Just wish
He would
him
just
back.
be here.
All I'm saying is things happen for reasons people choose to do as they wish for whatever
No.
they see is best. But sometimes you can't account for all possibilities. I don't think my mother accounted for the possibility of coming back.
Yeah, so no, you couldn't do True
Does it require a
Resurrection
willing soul?
without. No, because it's a 9th level spell without risk of doing something bad to yourself. 8th level or lower can replicate. 9th level or other effects, you have a risk of, other things. So you could, it would just be out of the normal bounds of it.
I mean,
Or
I'm fine
possibilities.
with using a wish for that if you want, but I also know that it's your choice.
He probably doesn't even remember who we are.
Or maybe
Feel
he
like it would
does.
take a little longer.
We'll think about it.
Either way, whatever we have to fight, opening a portal into hell and undoing the bounds of a contract by some super insane, powerful devil, in like the 8th layer of hell. We'll fight whatever. We fought for this idiot, and I'm gonna point at Magdor.
What?
No, just keep walking. We're almost there.
I just like keep walking. Just kind of like thinking.
A few more minutes of solemn, kind of more contemplative silence as you make your way back to Malbrook Manor. And you arrive, the guards, let you in, and you easily enough find your way into the common room, where Richard has provided some, water and foodstuffs that will, help you not be as hungover in the morning. And he says, "Is there anything else I can get for you, Seth?"
No.
Thank you.
Very well.
Good night, Richard.
I shall see you in the morning.
Yes.
He gives you a nod and a curd bow, and then heads out, presumably to his own bedchambers.
And as they're starting, probably like settling down and starting to drift to sleep, Vol's gonna kind of like clap his hands, like, "Gentlemen, I think I'm gonna enjoy this vacation." And Vol's gonna collapse wherever his fucking bed was made or whatever, and just pass out.
Do I have a room?
You're you're literally in your bedding, Magdor. What?
I wasn't here last night. I wasn't sure.
That's fair. Probably ease up on him a little bit.
You, Yorvin, as you see your two friends kind of drift off in their respective beds.
I look down the hall at my room. My childhood room, where all my things are, and kind of take a deep breath and turn away and walk to the master bedroom.
Is that where you're gonna go to sleep? All right, you head off, and however how do you envision the master bedroom of Malbrook Manor?
Double doors, but it's really just one like rather large room with kind of like a bathtub in the back left corner that's like this bronzish color with a huge 4-post bed where I've been next to my father at this edge of the bed when he was sick or when he was just waking up, and I was excited maybe about the very festival that we're going to be celebrating when I was a little kid, and remembering how he was so respectful of me, never touching me or yelling at me, and looking at his desk that he used to write up on late into the night. I used to kind of just sit at the door listening to the quill scratch. I'm just gonna get into the covers and just stare at the ceiling above me until I fall asleep.
Okay. You all drift comfortably into the warm arms of Mother Sleep herself, and are awoken in the morning, specifically to the sounds of rapid footsteps coming up the stairs. And they first come to your room in the master suite, Yorvan.
I'm still wearing what I wore the night before.
And you see Dick, he's got like his like hat and his like sleeping robe, with like white striped pajamas underneath, and he's got like house shoes on, like slippers. And he opens the door and says, "Sir, I think you need to come downstairs. I apologize for being so forward, but I think that it is merited."
Rouse my friends, please.
Very, very well, sir. But I suggest you go quickly. Okay. And he goes and gets you guys up as well.
If Richard after that coming back into the hallway, or whatever, because I don't think we're too far. Vol's
probably already awake.
Predator stance, sword in hand, like shield out.
He's like, "Oh no,
wings
no, no,
outstretched.
Sir, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing so dire, but still." Is Magdor awake?
I'll get him. Just
please rouse him.
I'll get him.
Come downstairs as quickly as you can. Your Master Yorvin wishes it.
And I like quickly change into like a fresh doublet. I like splash some water on my face and give myself some fucking perfume because I'm a noble. And then just the only two things I have are the two swords and my belt of giant strength, and other than that I'm naked. No, just kidding. And I wear like a nice doublet that looks like I'm ready for the day.
Magdor, something's happening, and I'm gonna kind of like start dragging you.
I like you being dragged.
I don't know.
Are you just being drugged, or do you wake up, Magdor?
Oh, I'm being drugged. Mumbling, complaining.
Down the stairs.
I'll try to like carry him at some point.
After the fifth or sixth
Yeah,
step.
down the stairs, just pung, pung, pung,
Pung,
pung,
pung,
pung.
pung. Yeah.
I grab him,
go
like,
ahead and
by,
make
like,
an
the back of his collar or whatever.
go ahead and make an athletics check to try and pick him up. He's got a lot of stuff on him.
Terrible. My athletics is terrible. 7.
7, yeah, you just can't quite muster it. It's just, maybe you just need to
Drop
warm
me
up.
down
It's
the
early.
stairs.
No, this is just him trying to pick you up from here.
I'm
and
just
you
gonna keep
can't.
dragging him down. And
You
like
can drag him, though,
eventually, like
easily.
maybe he'll wake up.
Yeah. Let's see. Odds or evens, Magdor?
Oh, odds.
Odds about halfway down the stairs, your head hits the turn in the because it goes down, down, down platform and then switches back, and your head hits it particularly hard, and you're being drugged by Vol down the stairs.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Something's happening. I'm just following everybody. I'll let you go down here at the base. I'll take him all the way down.
Okay, so you get to the bottom, and Magdor, you can stand up, I guess.
Yeah.
And
feels like we only slept for an hour.
And you guys hear some footsteps following as your friend does come down in a fresh doublet, smelling of lovely perfume. You see Magdor kind of picking himself up, and there is kind of you see Richard's head poke out from the front sitting room, and he says,
I noticed all
"In
the
here,
mud
please."
still on him, and I just prestidigitated away.
Oh, thank you. Can you prestidigitate? Sleep.
Shh. Whatever. Your event.
Oh.
Go. We'll
all right.
follow.
Wish for a long rest. It's fine.
Oh, was it a long rest? I thought
Yeah.
it was after a couple hours.
Oh yeah, you guys got a full rest. Yeah, you're totally
Okay.
full. Yeah.
Well, still.
But you're still
Yeah.
Magdor.
Do you guys go to that front sitting room that Richard has beckoned you into then?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside there is several of the female members of the staff are in there along with a couple there as you enter, Lord Malbrook. Several of them kind of step away. And Richard stands in front of you as you're kind of seeing, what's going on, but you don't really get much of the picture. And he says, "So something was left here for you. No note, just a name." And he hands you a piece of parchment.
I open it up or look
And
at
it just says Mira, Meera. And he says, "We think that's her name." And you see a basket on the ground, and he steps aside, and walking up to you is a little baby tiefling girl in swaddling clothes in her arms, and she has the same colored eyes as you, different colored skin, but horns that move in the same direction that yours would have had they been still there. She says, "Sir," and she reaches to hand this little baby to you.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I think so, sir.
I talked to Vol because he has true sight.
Hang on. And I'm gonna get a little closer.
It's a baby.
This is real.
New baby smells. And
Yep.
that's where we're gonna pause for this week.
And Vol is gonna do the full like smell the top of the forehead too. Yeah, baby. Yeah. You're not. I'm used to here. And then let me. Okay.
That's where we're gonna pause.
Yeah.
Boom. 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 A day in the life. That's what this episode should have been called.
Now I know what we're using our wish spell for. Contraceptive.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, that was real bad.
So thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you, Wiz, for the resub. I appreciate you, buddy. Also, thank you to people made me dab and hydrate and stuff. And I also drank a whole Topo Chico
Definitely
hard
didn't have
seltzer,
two
which
of, like-
highly recommend.
Definitely didn't have two of my close friends have kids pretty recently. No, that was a great joke.
Such a
Weird.
great show.
But yeah, it's so good to be back at it. I think we
Ow.
are going to be at it next week, or no?
I
No,
hope so. Oh.
But the next week.
unless we wanted to do it on the 3rd.
We'll figure
me
it out,
double
and
check.
you'll all find
We'll
out.
play it by ear. So if we're not here next week, we will be here the following week. But then we're probably going to
Yes.
be taking a little bit of a break, or we're going to do some side stuff or change it up a little bit. But we're really happy that you guys were here, and
Would be
I'm happy
fun.
to be back. So we will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.
Or do I have a kid, Glenn?
Bye.